placed in reference to the two ways of orientating the gem before cutting. Diopside is unusual in that it has perfect cleavage in two directions. To see more of this incredible gemstone, stay tuned to us. If you have a question or a query for Jewellery Maker, then you can contact our call centre on 0800 644 655 and press option 2, or alternatively you can email help@jewellerymaker.com.
Moonstone is actually very rare, and Sri Lanka is famous for its top quality. This mine is over 150 years old. And sometimes the miners find not just moonstone, but also ancient mining tools.
Join guest designer Mark Smith for our introduction to paracord DVD. This DVD will talk you through the various steps on melting and splicing, the paracord jig, back-to-back bracelets, non-clip bracelets and snake knot bracelets. Get the inspiration and help you need to create your very own handmade jewellery. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Welcome back, everybody.
I'm not getting blamed for Elle laughing again.
It's totally your fault.
It's not my fault.
Flo, whenever you come into the studio, I always end. It's like we both get down into a level, don't we?
And just start laughing. But that wasn't my fault.
No, it was my fault. We were just talking about ample bosoms. Benefits of having a baby. And poor Ben is like that. I can imagine he's very much doing this at the moment. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Are you feeling a bit awkward, Ben? Are you feeling a bit uncomfortable right now? Yes. Anyway, I don't feel like we should go any further with that conversation, but you get the general gist. That's what we were just referring to, the fact that
that's
having to do a lot of that. Anyway, okay, I'm so excited about this bundle. There are 32 in the world. Yeah, 62 strands. 62, what am I talking about? I can't construct a sentence as well, Fleur. 16 strands of opal. Opal, one of the biggest variations in terms of its gemstone. You can have dendrite, you can have your Australian opal, you can have Ethiopian opal, you can have black opal, you can have mosaic opal, you can have crystal opal, you can have jelly opal, you can have cubipede opal, you can have fire opal, you can, loads and loads. Here, I'm not going to be able to physically lift these all out at once. How did you photograph all of this, Ben? You are brilliant, yeah, I agree. That's with difficulty, yeah, I can imagine. It's going to take me a while to put them all on the back on the actual desk. There's 16 strands here, different locations around the world. You've got play of colour here, which is just absolutely incredible. There are less than 50 of these in the world, though. Amazing. bear with me though, because it's going to be a while for me to sort. You can be dialing through whilst I'm getting these all onto the desk. I love dendrite opal for the fact that it does look like Japanese art. The fact you've got those organic shapes as well with these opal strands. They are all triples, so strictly speaking, you've got 32, haven't you? Strictly speaking, you've got 32 strands of natural opal. Still not done. Am I, what, halfway through? Something like that. This is where you can create a curtain of genuine gemstones, isn't it? Have you ever seen anything like this, Fleur?
Never. Not that amount. There's loads.
My arms are actually aching.
I was going to say, it's gonna ache when you pick them up.
My arms are aching now. Mark usually gets 3 bracelets out of 1 strand of opals. So that's 48 bracelets. And Mark usually sells his bracelets at £15, yeah? So that's how much? £720. £720 in terms of return and profit. I've never done a 16 strand bundle before. Never. Especially not of opal. Australian. Dendrite opal, beautiful monochromes that you've got here, play of colour with your Australian. I've deliberately separated these, but you could easily mix and match. What would you do with this, Fleur?
Do you know, this year I've made one New Year's resolution that I am going to stick to, and it's to make 1 piece of jewellery per month for a charity, or a collection of jewellery for a charity, to give something back, because I've got a charity that's quite close to my heart, but there's lots of very deserving charities. What I would do is buy this bundle and make like Mark's style bracelets and make them into limited editions and then sell them, and then the profit goes back to the charity.
What a great idea. What a really lovely idea. I adore that.
And because you've got a bundle, I'm assuming that we're going to save a little bit because it's a bundle rather than having to go online and have to buy them all individually. So that's what I would be doing with this.
And the fact they are opal, people recognise opal, so you're not using a gemstone which people are going to think, well, what's that? Opal is definitely recognised, particularly the Australian. You can always educate on the dendrite opal. I've never done a 16 strand bundle previously before. I only wish I had a bigger quantity. There are 32 of these remaining. Grab it as soon as you possibly can. I can't give you the carat weight because my brain physically can't add up that much. It's got to be over 2,000 carats at least. Easily. Hang on, I'll try my best. Hang on, 2, 4, 1,000, 580, 680, 680, 680, 700, 820. I am definitely looking over 2,000 carats here. How much would it cost for 2,000 carats of opal in a parcel? Ben has just asked me. Well, a lot more than what you're about to see, I would imagine, in most establishments, particularly as the fact you have got Australian opal here, so you know, lightning ridge possibly, should be paying incredibly £49.20 for all of this opal. It's going to go such a long way. Opal October's birthstone, absolutely fabulous. This gemstone that brings you that play of colour, but so many different variations. The lucky few that get hold of this, you are securing a substantial saving on a gemstone. We don't need to price slash, and we certainly don't need to bring into bundles of 16 strands, but actually they're 32 strands. That's a £14 and 25p saving. It's a great idea, Fleur, that. Really lovely idea.
And because that's a neutral colour palette, a lot more people will be more... I mean, I buy things for charity anyway, and sometimes I don't wear that piece, but I know it's going to a good cause, whereas this has got... They're really wearable colours for every skin tone as well.
Absolutely.
So for, £35, say £37, I can make that charity... A lot of money, absolutely. And I think that's a really lovely thing to do. We were talking, funny enough, Tom and I were talking about it before Christmas. We were saying, you know, that both of us want to do a little bit more. Again, similarly, we support a few charities, but we want to actually give up something that we can do ourselves, you know, maybe a specific skill of our own, so whether that be time or whatever. Yes, I think that's a really lovely idea. And in your case, it is jewellery making, because you have got a real skill. That's it. If you gave that charity £35, you've given them £35.
Yes.
But if you invest £35 into something that you can make, you're going to give that charity a whole lot more potential money back than, you know, than £35.
100%. I totally agree. Well done, well done. I've got one more bundle before I bring you the Wall of Fame. Well done. That's a lot of opal that you've just got there. Look, isn't that amazing? It's like being in the Hong Kong Trade Fair, seeing all that. Wow. Box number. That actually spills over into 2 drawers. Oh, really? Ben was saying I couldn't actually physically record it because it stopped the wheel spinning round because of the weight. Oh. 8 strands. Gorgeous peach moonstone. I love peach moonstone alongside your garnet. And then you also have stunning tiger's eye. Again, I have to do this. I keep these together personally. It has to be the twist. It's like kind of like your neckline piece. That's amazing colours, isn't it?
It's beautiful colours.
Your Indian sunset. Look at that. This with the maxi dress?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Be fab, wouldn't it?
Would be. You wouldn't need any other jewellery at all, because that would be the whole talking point.
And I'm absolutely certain that you would have. Oh my gosh, I love your necklace. Where's that from?
Yeah. And you know, to crochet all that wouldn't take that long. Well, you know, the amount of time to thread them all onto your S-line and crochet it, when you think that piece would take you days and days and days, it actually doesn't take that long to crochet.
It's just restranding,
yeah,
really,
it's
isn't it?
And then just chain stitch around, like group 2 or 3 together, and that's all I did with my amber necklace. That's all you do. And
the amber necklace that you're wearing right now?
Yeah.
And that's, how many layers do you think you've got there?
I've got 4
layers.
4 or 5, yeah.
Fabulous. And you can easily do this. Don't be afraid of nuggets or chips like this. They're very easy to work with, and they create fabulous texture around the neckline. I love wearing sort of texture around the neckline. You have got a Rissa garnet here, so beautiful Indian garnet. Tiger's eye with all of its chatoyancy, peach moonstone, yellow tiger's eye in here as well. Just a real combination of colours and palettes which work so eloquently with one another, don't they? Of course, if you've been with us throughout the course of the morning, then you've already seen just what kind of mood my producer Kim is in, and she is in one of those moods, Fleur.
I've been watching this morning. I've seen the mood. It's a great mood.
It is a good mood. I like the fact that she's always in a good mood, our Kim, but she's really into the savings today. Oh, you're going shopping tomorrow? Okay. So you've got your bargain head on yourself. Wow. Now, our should-be price is already an amazing saving in my eyes. That's no reflection of the true value or worth. £23.60 is already incredible. Never mind that, though. How about £10 back in your pocket to invest in, well, more than £10 in actual fact, back in your pocket, so you can treat yourself to other gemstones or other beautiful jewellery making needs. £12.95 for, I'd pay that for the garnet, I'd pay that for the tiger's eye, I'd pay that for the moonstone. In total there's 8 strands, which really is 16.
Yeah, it is, yeah, because you have got double the amount. But like that big neckline piece that you've just made by twisting it, that for £12.95 could be the centrepiece of your craft store, because that would be a real eye catcher. That on a nice tall bust, you know, a little bit of height, like Angela always says, give the middle bit a bit of height.
Absolutely.
That in the middle for £12.95, and then your work and your findings that are going to go into it, but that would be in the middle for a good £100 and odd pounds.
Well, I would hope so, yeah,
because,
for genuine gemstones,
yeah,
absolutely. Make it your centrepiece. Again, busy. We are very busy this afternoon. Ninetta, Karen, Veronica, hello to you. Lynn, Yorkshire, hello to you. Carol, hello to you. Worcestershire, Anne, Roseanne, Bryony, hello to you. Irene, Beverly, Claire, Lisa, Margaret, Isabel. Lovely to have your company this afternoon, this Sunday afternoon. I hope you are enjoying the day so far. Now, all of your incredible creations, all of your incredible talent, and we were just saying about sort of giving back. You give back to us as well, you know. In fact, you give so much to us. Inspiration that we get from the Wall of Fame. I was saying earlier on this morning that when I did work, so when I started off here at Jewellery Maker up in the offices alongside sort of Paula and Hannah Oxbury and the team. Do you remember then? Yeah. Oh, you remember seeing me the first time thinking, who is this? In a good way, I hope. In a good way, I hope. Yeah, that's all right then. And I saw on the Wall of Fame the lovely Alison Tarry. She sent a picture, she sent an incredible piece in, saw that, and I was the one that went and gave her a call. So you really do inspire us here. So keep those entries coming into the Wall of Fame, and guess what? It's up next.
It's not my fault she's laughing.
It is your fault. It's always your fault. It's not really. It's not. Have you seen that programme, Secret Life of a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old, something like that? I love that programme. Yeah. I think we are really like the adult form of those kids.
I think we are. I think if they kept the camera rolling in the breaks, that like a secret camera, then
we are.
You'd see that we
you know when they totally
childish.
like dob on each other, the kids, don't they? It's her fault. Yeah, she did it. That's definitely us.
Yes.
Anyway, Wall of Fame, fabulous. I've been looking forward to this. Sorry for keeping you waiting, but it's absolutely going to be worth the wait. Shall I start? Okay. Shall I start? I've got number 400. Yeah, because I've got the number before you, so that makes sense. I've got number 477, and this could be what? Is it? Let me see. Ooh. Larimar, wow. Oh, incredible quality Larimar, because I was actually thinking maybe a blue opal. And it comes from June in Carlisle. Hi, JM. It's been a long time since I entered the Wall of Fame, but as I couldn't resist the silly prices you were offering before Christmas, I bought some long-awaited Larimar. I like my jewellery to be simple, so I added some sterling silver beads and a jump ring to make these 2 pendants and stud earrings. Best wishes, and that's from June in lovely Carlisle. Me too, June, by the way. I like when you've got quality gemstones like this, I keep it simple as well. Beautiful, sweet there. Absolutely amazing. You're number 477.
I've got a very Christmassy inspired design here, and it's number 478. And this is from Heather. It says, Happy New Year to you all. I couldn't find any reindeer antlers with ears, so I made them from wire and wire ribbon. All from JM. Lots of love to you all. And that's from, is it Heather Marlowe? Yeah, yes. Heather Marlowe. And they're beautiful. See, that's how great we are. We can see something, want it, we make it.
You turn your hand to anything, don't you? Absolutely. I love the little ears.
I know. Great use of the wire mesh as well.
Yeah, love the little ears. I've got number 479, lovely use of collar and Kumahimo braid here. Comes from Frances Miller. Hello to you, Frances, in Stirling, Scotland. Hi, JM. Here's my entry for this week's Wall of Fame. It is Zari thread macrame weave. Oh, I beg your pardon. I was about to say then that it was Kumahimo. Also, gold-plated jump ring with blue quartz. Hoping for a win. No money left, as you have so many bargains. Good luck to all in the draw. And that's Frances Miller up in Stirling. Lovely piece. I love that elongation as well. Very dramatic. Really 479.
And I've got number 480, and this is from Kay Rogers in East Yorkshire. It says, hi everyone, this is my latest make, going against GP's instructions as I have tendinitis, but I've lasted 3 weeks with no jewellery making and I can't go any longer. This bracelet was made completely from a JM kit bought over a year ago. I've used black star dioxide, clear quartz, silver spacers and silver plated wire. All the best for everyone entering the draw, and that's from Kay Rogers in Hessel in East Yorkshire.
Lovely.
That just proves, you know, what you buy today, you may not want to use it today. You may, a year down the line,
yeah, absolutely,
think of a design to use it for.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yeah, love it.
Fabulous design.
And I hope you do get well soon.
Yes, get well soon.
Now, I've seen the inspiration of these, and these are beautiful. Number 481, and it comes from, let me see, Wendy Lacey Williams, or Wendy Williams. Hello to you. Doesn't say where you are from. Here are some macrame Christmas tree decorations I made as a present, inspired by some earrings I saw being made by one of the designers. That was Mark Smith. I saw him making those. Various beads and gemstones, wax cord, satin cord and zari thread, and all components are from JM. Wishing everybody a happy new year. Be happy and smile. We most certainly will, Wendy. They're lovely. They're really, really lovely. I love the green in particular. That's funny. That's fabulous, isn't it? You've even got the actual movement of the branches. 481.
Really I've got number 482, a beautiful necklace from Isabel Shaw. And it says, hi everyone, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. I've used red crackled quartz, corner drilled clear quartz squares, clear quartz drops. That's really difficult to say, clear quartz. The flower made from green, pink and gold wire, all from JM. Hope this is good enough for the wall. Good luck to everyone this week. And that's from Isabel. Of course it's good enough. It's beautiful. Really beautiful wire work there as well.
Stunning. I love the fact that you were clear quartz. There was a lot of C's and Q's and everything in that, wasn't it?
It's difficult to say clear quartz. Yes. I hope I managed to say
and corner clear. Anyway,
corner drill clear quartz.
Beautiful piece. It was worth it, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
It was worth it.
Beautiful.
483. Look at these.
Wow.
Ah, there's a real combination of pieces that someone's been very busy. Comes from Kath in Pembrokeshire. Beautiful Pembrokeshire. Hello to you, Kath. Happy New Year to everyone at JM. Here's my entry. A few makes, just a few, Kath. I have made for Christmas presents. Everything is from JM, and the garnet and pyrite bracelets are made with 925 findings. The ring is malachite with gold copper wire, and the tree is moonstone. Good luck to everybody. And that is Kath in lovely Pembrokeshire. Lovely, absolutely fabulous pieces, and some lovely gemstones included in there as well. Malachite is one of my favourite. Amazing.
I've got something that my Dolly Daydream would love to wear.
Oh,
number 484, and Buster if it wasn't pink.
And Brutus.
Brutus, not Buster. What was it? Buster. Brutus.
I can't find one that fits him.
Well, maybe Sarah can help you out.
Oh, okay.
Thought I'd enter one of my dog's harnesses. Instead of using the gemstones I buy from Jewellery Maker to make jewellery, I make dog collars harnesses from your wonderful gemstones. This harness contains freshwater pearls, moonstone and quartz. Really hope you like my use of your beautiful gems. And that's Sarah Howells Davis. Sarah, that's beautiful. Isn't that wonderful?
Really lovely idea.
Really nice.
Really lovely idea.
Gorgeous.
And I think it was only yesterday I was saying that why wouldn't our pets, I mean, they're part of the family, aren't they? Enjoy genuine gemstones as well.
Brutus would look lovely in that.
I think Brutus, because he is so teeny, he needs something that needs to be a little bit more manly.
Yes, yeah, and this would help him out. But not in pink, he'd have to have a different colour.
But when I got Brutus the first time, I told my mum and dad, they were like, oh God, how big is he? And I was like, not this big.
Not that big.
He's only little.
He's gorgeous.
He's only little. I have, last but by no means least, wow, number 485, incredible wire work. Look how intricate that is. And a beautiful quality gemstone. Comes from Linda Anderson in, oh gosh.
Calder Crew.
Calder Crew, have I said that right? Lovely to have you. Love to have you see your entry, Linda. Happy New Year to all. Thank you for a fantastic 2015, and looking forward to 2016. Please find attached my Wall of Fame entry, which includes my favourite stone, labradorite cabochon with copper wire. The colours coming from this cabochon really reminds me of the Northern Lights. Thanks for all the inspiration and knowledge that you share with us. And that's Linda Anderson in Calder Crew. Beautiful quality gemstone and amazing wire work. Yeah, 485, my lovely.
Now I've got the last one, which is number 486. Another beautiful pendant, and this is from Tracy McCloskey in Northern Ireland. And it says, hi, this is my entry for the Wall of Fame. It's a pendant made from a slice of agate, polymetry clay with amethyst flowers, all from JM. Thanks to all for a great show, and that's from Tracy in Northern Ireland. Tracy, that's beautiful. Lovely mixed media.
Yeah,
mixing
I like
the two
that.
Together, really beautiful.
Especially with using polymer clay, which some people are wary to actually mix with gemstones.
Really lovely that. I like that.
Yeah, fabulous. Beautiful. Keep those entries coming in. Thank you for the lovely Fleur. You'll be back with her in just in approximately less than an hour's time, in actual fact, where you'll have designer inspiration. I'm just stepping this way because we've got more bundles.
Okay.
More bundles, including your pearls. Get my little tushy in the seat again. In. Not so little, I should say.
It is.
Box 7. I want these. The consistency of shape and the smoothness of the nacre surface is amazing. In fact, I'm looking across the entirety of the strand and thinking, is there any indentations? Is there any nicks? Or is there any imperfections? And I can't see any. Across the surface of the pearls. This is incredible. They are your cherry cultured potato pearls. 6 by 5 millimeters in size. Beautiful quality. I mean, look at that iridescence. Look at that pearlescence. The orient, which is reflecting and playing with the light. Totally uninterrupted, isn't it? Straight away, we've got web bidders on the phone lines. I would simply restrand this with some Eslon thread, maybe, I don't know, black to get something a little bit more sexy, I suppose. Taking pearls, which are usually very graceful and feminine. Why not vamping them up somewhat?
I make lots and lots of colour combination pearls, like colour clash them with the silk or the Eslon.
And it really works, doesn't it?
It really does, because it really shows the pearls off.
Yeah.
And it looks, sometimes it can look like, a lot of people said, we've got gemstones in between them. So it gives it a whole different look.
It would kind of, if you use the black, it would look like spinel in between, wouldn't it?
Would. They are just a beautiful colour.
Love it, absolutely love it. The first pearl strand, is that right? That I've brought you of the entire morning. Text message straight away coming in from Catherine in Pembrokeshire. I have these and they're stunning. Thank you for showing my entry on the wall of fame. I was going to say, have I just said Catherine in Pembrokeshire? Yeah, that amazing Labradorite. Kathleen in Worcestershire. What delicious looking juicy pearls. Oh yeah, they
look like juicy pomegranate pips. You know, the middle of a pomegranate.
Yes.
They look just like that colour.
They do, with the sheen and everything, but they're so smooth. And you're very welcome, Catherine, my darling, as well. I hope to go back to Pembrokeshire sometime soon because it is lovely. Look at that smoothness of the surface. They're incredible, aren't they? These should be $6.95. Sorry, Kim said that to me a good couple of, a good few seconds ago, and I was like, I wasn't throwing a tantrum, but I was on the brink of. No gemstones should be £6.95. When we say should be, that's what they should be here at Jewellery Maker. That's what that's no reflection of the true value. $5.95. That's incredible. Kim's just said that's what I do when I'm having a temper tantrum. I just go quiet. Really? Well, that's a very uninteresting temper tantrum. Mind you, I'm a bit of a sulker as well. I'm a bit of a sulker. I don't like confrontation, so I tend to go a little bit quiet.
I'm a sulker.
I think we're the worst type of people, though, if you sulk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd much rather... I hate sulkers. I'd much rather somebody has an argument and clears the air, but I can't. So I do sulk for England. If there was a medal in it, I think I could win.
Does the bottom lip go out?
Yeah, I do just sulk and kneel by mouth.
And you do that. Everything all right? Yep.
Do you need anything? Nope.
Do you need anything?
Nope.
Are you all right, babe? Yep. Jane in Lancashire makes brilliant apples on a tree. Oh, yes, on a tree of life. Yeah. So maybe using the green wire.
Yeah. That'd be beautiful, wouldn't it? And with some of the chips and nuggets bundles that we've just done.
They would be lovely, wouldn't they?
Really nice with some beautiful tiger's eye. And
that would be incredible.
Green, yeah.
Or what about sort of cherry blossom-esque sort of colours? If you mixed it with some maybe baby pinks, you'd have a very cherry blossom tone.
And all that wire that the wonderful Alison had. If you got that kit, then wow, you've got lots to go at.
A lot. I love cherry in terms of its colouring or sort of mulberry tones. We have got another strand coming your way, but these are a different shape and they are also a different size. If you want to get both, you absolutely can. They are more uniformed in the shape. These are more of what we call a baroque pearl, so they're a little bit more obscure, they're a little bit more angled, they've got more, you'll notice the surface isn't quite as smooth as what you just saw there previously, but that is half the attraction to a baroque pearl. But they are certainly some of the biggest, up to 13 by 9 millimetres. They are substantial, and they are rich and juicy red. Who said juicy? Which one of our customers said juicy? Kathleen in Worcestershire. They are juicy, aren't they? Oh yeah. If they were an apple, they'd be really, really flavoursome, wouldn't they?
Do you know what would really take that to another? The black strand that's on the end.
The spinel.
Yeah. If you just put one of those in between or in the middle of, just one in the middle or alternate them, that would be incredible. And what kind of findings? Gold plated?
I would go yellow gold.
Yeah,
I would
go
as
yellow
well.
gold.
I would too. And we're just saying our personal preference. I personally would go yellow gold most occasions really. Beautiful size, up to 13 millimeters by 9. That is some of the biggest that we can bring you here at Jewellery Maker. They should be. Oh gosh, do you know, I hate saying that because our should be price is not a reflection of the true value. So our target price, we're set target prices, I suppose. Working on the tiny margins that we do, we're saying we can offer this to you at £7.95. Today, however, not £7.95. I tell you what, the graphics were teasing us then, weren't they?
Do you know, I was doing some research last night on pearls because I've got my pearl knotting course next Friday, and Baroque pearls are the pearl of 2016. They're the most in fashion pearl for 2016, and they were last year as well.
I'm not surprised by that.
They call them the fashion pearl, and apparently everybody wants Baroque pearls.
I know I always refer to her. I'm going to say it again. Mary Berry. She rocks Baroque pearls. Mary Berry. And I bet she'd love these. Mary Berry, if you're watching right now, you need to get these, my lovely, and get someone to knot them for you. You can even message Fleur. I'm sure she'd do it for you. Yeah. Get a couple of these strands. And I mean, they're not £5.95 worth of pearls. I love that. I did not know that. I've learned something today.
Yeah, it's on, there's a pearl website, and I just went on there. And, yeah. So, and you can become a member of it as well and all this kind of thing. But yeah, it's a very interesting website for the history of pearls as well. But yeah, they were saying that Baroque pearls are the
pearl shape of 2016 and were of 2015. It's going to be a sellout. Well done. Well done, well done, well done, well done, well done. Should we bring you the wire kit back? Now, I saw the other day, I'm going to have to move those over this way. I saw the other day on, well, I think it might have been yesterday, might have even been the day before, sorry, my brain is not functioning the way it usually does. But there was a comment from one of our lovely Jewellery Maker customers who'd said that, wire shortage? Where's all the wire? I need to get all the different gauges and all the different colours. I've got almost 30 in baskets. I cannot stress, they will sell out today. We had how many, remind me, Kim? We had 100 in quantity. We are waiting on another shipment. So as we speak, there is a ship on its way to us right now to rejuvenate our wire stocks. But that could take weeks. It can take weeks. Our suppliers can physically can't keep up with the actual demand of a need of wire by our JM customers, and that has been the case certainly in all my years of Jewellery Maker. I've been here 3 years, and that's never changed. The original web price for not just the small teeny weeny gauges, these aren't 0.25 or 0.4, which you obviously need, but these are the big substantial gauges, which are 1mm and also your 0.8mm. The actual original price, and a 0.6, sorry, as well, is £156 and 50 pence. 10 spools. 10 spools in total. The entire biggest saving of the show. I know we kind of say this tongue in cheek, but we said, is it biggest saving of the year? Well, thus far, definitely. Could it be one of the biggest savings of the entire year, 2016, and we're only in January? Yeah, I think it could be. It absolutely could be. Your blue is 1mm, your chartreuse is 1mm, your fuchsia is 0.6 and 0.8 and 1 mil. Then you've got your pink in your 0.8 and your 1 mil. Then you've got your red in your 0.8 and your 1 mil, and your turquoise in your 1 mil also. 69.95. That's working out an £86 and 55 pence saving, and that each 50-metre spool is less than £7.
I was just looking at my beading tray that I've got set up for my demos and all the colours, because I use coloured jump rings to help me learn weaves and to show you guys at home how to make the weaves up for chainmail. You can make your own with this collection.
Yeah, absolutely. If you've got the jump ring maker and you love your chainmail, how many jump rings are you going to make out of all of this?
Thousands.
Thousands.
Thousands and thousands. And you can practice, and these colours work fabulously in chainmail. I know wonderful Alison did do a beautiful bracelet in chainmail, and it would look amazing. It would look absolutely amazing, but great for having a go as well. If you need to replenish your wire stock or you want to have a go at wire work, perfect.
Well, I mean, sorry to sound like a broken record, but these were genuinely sort of £20+ when I started.
Yeah.
One was £20+ when I started. So you'd be hard pushed to get 3 of them at that price, let alone 10.
Yeah.
So £7. You wouldn't expect £7 to be for a 10-metre gauge. You've got 50 on these spools. And the fact they are the 1mm, the 0.8 and also the 0.6, absolutely incredible. Would you say it's our most popular medium that we have here?
It is, yeah, it is. Wire is, because you can create, like Alison says, I don't think there's anything you can't create with wire.
No. Needless to say, it was voted our product of the year here at Jewellery Maker. We will obviously try desperately to get further quantities within, however, and I know the question has been raised, where is all your wire? It's here. It is in this bundle, and it's the most affordable way to buy it. Yes, I understand, $69.95. It is an investment, but if you think about it sort of annually, semi-annually, you won't be able to match that kind of price point. I highly, highly doubt that. So well done. I need to move on because I'm just going to bring you a recap. Oh, the wire straightener. I love this kind of gadget. Feel free to demo it, can I? It's something I can even do. So, have you ever had a kink in your wire? Does happen, doesn't it? Does happen. For example, I'm going to show you a wire with a kink in it right now. There we go. So there is a wire with a kink in it. Now it can be quite difficult to smooth that out, can't it? You can use your fingers, I suppose, or maybe, I don't know, nylon pliers maybe?
Yeah, but...
Or you can use this gadget, where you take your wire straightener, and it's one of the funniest looking tools. You see that? Wrap it round your wire. Just literally, you just put it together like so it's in the centre. Oh, hang on, I'm being all fingers and thumbs. Bear with, there we go. And pull it through. And listen, I'm not a wire worker, but it straightens it. You repeatedly. Almost there. Even I can do this. Ta-da!
Do you know what the other good use of them for is? Why I have got mine here.
What do you use it for?
For massaging my hands when I get chainmail, like death grip. And if you massage your hands, it's like a little massager.
Or your feet.
Yeah, you could do your feet. But sometimes when you're doing a lot of wire work, a lot of chain, whatever medium you do,
you know, it does feel lovely.
Yeah, when you get cramp in your hands, and that's why mine is always, and I do sacrifice a lot of wire because I'm not a very good wire worker. So every piece of wire work that I do, there's about 20 metres that have had to be sacrificed, and that's what I bought mine for, because it really does work.
It really does. Yes, fabulous feel. I've never thought of that previously before. You wouldn't think that a little gadget like this would be such a practical little gizmo, I suppose. David and Devon, no tool kit should be without one. Absolutely fantastic. And I agree, because instead of, you saw how kinked that wire was when I took it off the actual spool there. Instead of wasting it and cutting it, this means that you are going to hold on. It's really going to look after your supplies of wire. Sarah in Worcestershire, this has saved me so much wire. It's fab too, always in my tool bag. So there we go, exactly the same as you, Flo.
And it doesn't really work hard on the wire like your nylon pliers do. Because when you do your nylon pliers, that can work hard on your wire. This doesn't tend to work hard on it as much. You know, for what I use it for. So it doesn't work hard on it so much that I can't then manipulate it again.
Yeah, absolutely. And it literally folds round like so, and you thread your wire in the centre there, and that's all I did was just pull it through the wire, and that's how it straightened it. Absolutely fantastic. Patricia, Avril, Claire, Christine, hello to you, Marilyn, Anne-Marie, Yorkshire, Geraldine, Ellen, Lynn, Glamorgan, West Sussex, Barbara in Cumbria. Let's bring that price tag in, $8.95. I mean, how much would you pay for a hand massager?
They're over £10 because I had a look for one in a well-known chemist.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't find one. Not that could fit in your handbag like that. I mean, they were quite large as well. This one is just perfect, and it's just great for the use that isn't for straightening wire. Great for just massaging.
Well, that's all right to have multi-functions, isn't it? Nothing wrong with that at all. $8.95, an absolutely incredible deal. But you know what? This has never happened before. We are price slashing it. Never, ever, ever has this been this price before.
Wow.
I'm not with you for a couple of days, so listen, we can up and leave at 1 o'clock. Well, pretty much, can't we? Pretty much. I don't think we're going to be asked the question. How many have we got of these, Kimbo? Oh, less than 100. There's less than 100 of these available. Oh, I love that. Yeah, any stress? They are quite stress relieving, aren't they?
If you can afford two, then two's brilliant. One for your toolkit and one for just, like say, massaging your hands.
And a lot of people do suffer with dexterity issues. For example, my own mum does. She suffers with dexterity issues, especially in the cold months like this. So, you know, movement, circulation, which this would help. I can't believe I'm talking about all this, because I'm not saying that this has got a definite medical benefit, because obviously I don't know, but circulation is one thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then, you know, when you are learning a new medium as well, sometimes if you're learning to crochet, you hold the crochet hook so tight, you get like that pain in the palm of your hand. And this just helps just to get rid of it and then carry on, because once you're in that creative mood, you don't want to stop creating because your hands are hurting, you know. And if this can help a little bit, then
and it works so effectively as well. The fact that I would have never, the first time I saw this, I was like, what on earth is that?
Yeah,
I didn't think it did what it did. Am I right? I was looking at it going, what does that do?
Yeah.
What does this kind of gadget do? But it works so perfectly. Just a couple of runs, the wire through it, and it's poker straight again. We had just under 100 of these available. We're already down to less than half. Lol, I use this on my feet. I would as well. I would too. I'd be sort of, could you roll it, your feet over it?
I could do it after a show with you and my cheeks are aching from laughing. I could roll it on my cheeks. Just stop my face hurting.
Just like this. Head massage?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's going to go. It is going to go. Back of the neck? Yeah. Hey, listen, wherever you want a massage, that's not down to us here in the studio. Back to... it was blurred.
She did. These, I adore these. Adore these bags. They're amazing.
I look at this and I look at your necklace. These are your chocolate. Oh gosh, sumptuous, rich, decadent, and hands down, has to be the most luxurious bags that we actually bring you here at Jewellery Maker. They are your velvet, and they come in 5 different sizes. So show you the different sizes, and I'll actually pull them together as well so you can see. This is the small. You can see the quality, can't you? That's the smallest one. Shall I go to the opposite end of the spectrum and bring you the biggest? So I want to put something in this. Look. So there's the smallest and there's the biggest next to one another. Oh, let me move out of the way. Oh, oh. There we go. That's better. You can see it now, can't you? And you've got all of these different graduations in size. I used to buy bags when I had my jewellery business, and I know I couldn't have bought... I was never offered the opportunity of velvet bags, but I know there would have certainly been an investment had they, because the chiffon bags used to cost me quite a lot, and I'm talking wholesale prices. So this is going to be absolutely an incredible deal. It goes right the way up to a 22 by 17, right the way down to a 9 by 7. So you've got sizes here which will be appropriate for you know, your rings, appropriate for your torque necklaces even.
Yeah, even your biggest necklaces will fit in those bags. These are perfect. I mean, I used to struggle to find bags as well, and they used to come in, you could either buy 100 or 1,000, and I couldn't afford 100 or 1,000. I wanted just, you know, a few when I was just starting to sell. But these are great because you can personalise these as well. If you just undo the little knot on the side and just pop a tag onto the knot, onto the string. You just undo that little knot and either make a tag out of copper or polymer clay, resin. tie it on there, and then you've personalised all your own bags as well.
Absolutely, or stitch onto the front. Any of the above. Just absolutely beautiful, and I totally agree with you. It's something I used to. You either had to buy in massive quantities, but I was never able to get the actual velvet. They were always, well, it was always the chiffon bags, which are lovely. Don't get me wrong, but I used to pay at least double figures for 10. Apparently, we should be bringing you the 5 for £6.95. For the velvet luxury hind. If you go into any of those big jewellers on Bond Street, there's velvet everywhere, isn't there? I mean, it does tend to be one of those luxurious fabrics that they do use. You could even give people the option, couldn't you? I'm just thinking about sort of favours, wedding favours, they'd be incredible. Going out on a night out, the big one here, I mean, I think that's a really lovely sort of clutch bag. If you sort of loop them together, you can put plenty in there, and that's that nice evening bag size.
It is, perfect.
Get your lippy in there and your mobile phone.
That's it. And your taxi money home.
And your taxi money, that's it, absolutely. Not £6.95 today, going straight down. First ever time that this has been price slashed, but Kim, she's in one of those.
Wow, that's less than £1 a bag. 79p
per bag. Even if you've bought these recently, these have never been price slashed before. I don't know if they're going to be price slashed again. £3.95. I don't blame you, Maureen, Diane, Claire, Val, Zara. Hello to you, Northumberland, Yorkshire, Roseanne, Donna and Cambridgeshire. I'm thinking so much that you could do with these. Home decor, they'd be amazing for. Your own wardrobe, I suppose. I need to move out the way. It's because I'm hiding them. They're lustrous. You've got the lustre of your velvet. Perfect. And again, you can give people the option, can't you? Would you like one of our luxury bags? It's the same as if you go into a jewellery, would you like one of our wooden boxes? They pay a premium for them.
Of course you do, yeah, you do. And you know, I know I'm only saying this because I do my chainmail and my Viking knit, but they look very historic. These look very medieval, so they're perfect for your chainmail and your Viking knit and all your historic jewellery types. You know, I can just imagine a big chainmail necklace in one of those.
It sounds a bit daft, but to me, when I buy something like, if it is a piece of jewellery, if I buy something, I pay close attention to how they package it. Yeah. It's not just me, is it? No, just because I think if I've just bought a lovely piece of jewellery, I want it to be boxed and I don't want a little plastic container with a rubbishy bit of foam. Yeah, I want it to be boxed nicely or packaged nicely.
Yeah. Whenever they give me the option, do you want it gift wrapped? Yep. And even though it's just for me.
Well, it's a present to yourself, isn't it?
Yeah, Why not? It. And I think, I mean, you've worked hard. You should, you know, your jewellery deserves to be shown off. And I think if somebody on another guest designer or somebody would message in saying, look lovely when you get to a craft fair to take your jewellery out and then place your jewellery on top of it.
Absolutely.
So it would look really nice. Gives you that real luxury feeling. I think if you give the look of luxury, people assume it's a luxury brand, a luxury piece of jewellery.
Absolutely right. I mean, when I worked in a certain jewellers and it had, Piaget, it had Roberto coin, it had Cartier jewellery, it had Versace jewellery, and they're very high end. A lot of those, when it came to the packaging, and we used to keep the boxes out the back, but when it came to the packaging, you actually put it in a case, and then it went in a bag, and then it went into an outer box, etc. If you buy leather goods these days, it comes in dust bags and everything, so you do invest. And by the way, if you lose that packaging, it can actually affect the price of the piece of jewellery or the timepiece or the bag itself. Absolutely fabulous. Well done, well done, well done. Moving on to these are lovely clasps. The first time I brought you a matrix box. Oh, these are every single one is different. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 different designs. I don't need that. 7 different designs coming in your little container like so they're all separated. You haven't got to hunt for them. They are your antique bronze and also the black colour, so you've got that titanium sort of tone. Let's bring out a couple of these to show you. They're lovely class, really nice. Just looking desperately for... Do we have any tweezers anywhere? Oh, here we go. Sorry, my fault, my bad. Got it here. They're your S hooks and your J hooks, which do come with jump rings as well, which is key for me to mention. Oops, when I have actually got Fleur here as well, because I know that would be something that appeal to you, Fleur. But Look at those.
That's gorgeous.
And this is just one. There's how many did I say? 7 different designs in 2 different colours. So in total, 55 pieces of your S hooks and your J hooks as well. Lovely lustre across the surface, aren't they? Let's show you a different one. Don't have very many bronze or black findings, do we?
No, I've got a kit this afternoon called Male's Mail, and it's chainmail for men, and these would be absolutely brilliant for chainmail for guys jewellery, because they've got that steampunk, muted, you know, they're not shiny silver or shiny gold, they've got that really nice.
I totally agree with you.
I mean, the black ones look like raw iron, they look amazing.
Oh, they do,
they're just like beautiful.
I love that, which is quite masculine, isn't it? Have you noticed there's a real trend with the sort of black colour for wedding bands as well? A lot of men, certainly, husbands of my friends are all wearing this sort of titanium as wedding bands. Because I don't know, some people think it's a little bit more masculine, don't they?
Yeah.
A little bit more masculine. So in totally getting 55 pieces rather of different findings in all of those different colours. So I say all of those different colours in your antique and also in your gorgeous black. Then you've got, you know, even sort of J hooks here, which are quite simple. 55 clasps coming your way, all click shut. And of course you've got that container, which I know is, might sound a little bit daft to some, but yeah, that is invaluable, your storage. These matrix boxes are hugely popular, and we have got a quantity. We've been slashing those prices today, and I don't think this is going to be any different whatsoever. Should be under £20, £19.95, not your price today. I mean, 55 pieces of jewellery here, or you could use them as links if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Take the actual jump rings off if you want to use them in your chainmail. Perfect for the kit that Fleur's got coming up later on. £14.95. Wait, £14.95 divided by 55. Can we do that? 27p.
Make beautiful interchangeable jewellery with these, because you've got so many clasps in the same colourway and the same design. You could have a clasp at either side and have that section there as a bracelet
nice idea.
So you have a bracelet length, like collarbone to collarbone, and then your 2 hooks. As long as you make sure you have a hook on one side and a loop on the other, you can interchange them all then. So you can do interchangeable jewellery sets, which are huge. If you are selling your jewellery, it's brilliant, because you can have a daytime look and a nighttime look. So say the chips and nuggets bundles that we've done, you could have like a tiger's eye centre section, and then you could have a moonstone centre section. And when they're not being used in the necklace, they can be used as a bracelet.
What a lovely idea. What a lovely idea. I've never heard of that previously before. I've heard of sort of interchangeable, not totally changing from a necklace to a bracelet. That's a really good idea.
Or if you do lots of bracelets and then link them all together, you can do like holiday jewellery, so you could have loads of bracelets all linked together into necklaces or individual bracelets. So those matrix boxes are great for that.
They really are, especially at £15 or £14.95. These are fun. These are a lot of fun. I've seen any flowers, carved flowers, in I don't know how long. These are a bit 60s.
On the Wall of Fame.
On the Wall of Fame, yeah, absolutely.
On the Wall of Fame did them. Yeah, used them on there.
Absolutely. Don't you think these are a little bit 60s? Hang on a second.
Great.
There we go. Just had a little another gemstone nestled in there. There we go. And also the spacers. So you are getting your green quartzite and also the white quartzite intermittently dispersed. Yeah, look at those carvings. I think these would be amazing for all different ages.
Yeah, as a headband, as a festival headband.
Oh, we had
some of the wires.
With the wires, like the pieces that Alison created earlier on this morning. You had, if I bring it in, look, almost identical colour, which you could mix and match with the sort of pinks and the this turquoise and maybe even the chartreuse. Yeah, that'd be incredible, wouldn't it?
Be lovely. That.
But a lot of fun. This is taking your gemstones, not taking it too seriously, and just showing off a little bit about your personality. All of the carving, all of the work that goes into the cutting of these gems should be apparently $7.95. I mean, again, it's kind of illogical. They're perfect for rings, they're perfect for pendants, perfect for earrings, headbands, fascinators, perfect for wish bracelets, perfect for stretchy bracelets. Not $7.95 today. $4.95. If you love this, stay on those phone lines, because I've also got excuse me, the purple coming up as well. So if you're on those phone lines, we're about to bring you the purple also. In fact, let's bring that graphic straight away on your screen. Should be £7.95. We're talking about this one now, the purple. That's still available. I just wanted to move on. I wanted to show you the difference. This is more of a rose quartz that you've got in spaces, and that really intense amethyst purple. Should be £7.95. I don't think should has come into our vocabulary today at all. So for less than £10, you've got all of these. If you're on the phone lines, that's why I wanted to bring them in, like sort of back to back, pretty much. If you're on the phone lines right now, you can get both. The first card flowers that I've brought, and I don't know how long, for £10, less than £10. I mean, I love the fact these aren't taking themselves too seriously. There's beautiful intricacy, which is very hard to actually carve gemstones. But the wearer, somebody that wears something like this, it says something a lot about their personality. Do you agree?
It definitely does. Yeah, it's I think these are great, and I would love one of these in a ring.
Yeah,
because they're quite easy to prong set because you've got all those little grooves in there where they've been carved themselves to actually pop the prongs over as well. It's really, really, these are made great bag charms, you know, accessories for your hair slides, you know, put them onto a little, you know, the little grips, the little ones that you click down. Yeah. Those kind of ones. Just glue one of those on there. Really lovely. Really lovely.
For little girls or something like that would be nice. You could attach these maybe to some little hair bands or some Alice bands or something like that. 250 carats of your quartzite. Beautiful. And if you get both, like I said, this is for the purple right now, but if you wanted to get the green also, or more turquoise I'd call that, also at £4.95. A lot of fun. Absolutely. And again, days at the races for... I mean, there's so many different... My niece would love this. I would certainly wear this, you know, maybe at a barbecue or something like that. I am thinking about barbecues now because I am looking forward to the spring. Definitely looking forward to the spring. We're not so afraid of wearing colour.
No, we're not. We can really go to town with our colour.
Absolutely. Sorry, I've just got completely carried away, and I haven't been listening to everybody in the gallery. Sorry. Are we running out of time? Gosh, where does time go? We're having such fun. You do need to check out those baskets. We are busy today, and it's been so nice to have your company. As always, it is. I'll be back with you on, let me see, Wednesday. So I hope you can tune in then. You have got this wonderful lady coming up. You know what? Once you meet her, never forgotten. Just back from Switzerland. I have to give her a Happy New Year cuddle. Happy New Year! Wow. Oh, did you have a nice time?
Yeah, but there's no snow.
I know, I saw. Never mind, I'm sure you entertained yourselves other ways.
There's some bad videos of me comedy dancing. I'll say no more. See you in a minute.
Zena,
what?
The other day I was wandering around with this like chair glued to my bum.
Oh, is your bum got?
My bum has definitely got bigger.
It's got bigger. I think mine probably has this week.
It's been Christmas, who cares? Anyway, I'll be back with you on Wednesday. Don't go anywhere because there's more from the lovely Fleur, and you've got Zena back fresh off her holly bobs from the lovely Switzerland after this.
Pearls are classic. I mean, who doesn't love pearls? You look at them, they look elegant, they look classy, and they make elegant, classy jewellery when you're creating with them. I think right from the whitest of white pearl to the peach pearl, they're always stunning, and anybody can wear them. They're one of my favourites. You see them, don't you, in expensive jewellers, covered in diamonds. Diamond and pearls are the classic duo, and that's why I love pearls.
Pearls are always a huge seller on Jewellery Maker, and I think it's because there's a huge amount of emotional attachment to them. I think whatever walk of life you come from, whatever your age, you always associate pearls with maybe someone who's worn pearls before you, maybe your grandma, maybe your mum. So there's always that emotional attachment to pearls, and they can be classic, they can be contemporary, they can really be whatever you want them to be, and definitely one of my favourite gemstones.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Join guest designer Rachel Norris on her Artisan Earrings DVD. Get creating stunning designs in no time at all through the fantastic tuition from Rachel. The easy to follow steps shown on this DVD will make you feel like you have your own personal tutor and experience many different techniques specifically designed for creating earrings. This DVD covers how to make your own findings, Aztec, Art Deco and Aphrodite earrings. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know when you book on a Jewellery Maker workshop, you are given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Hello, my lovelies. Oh, I'm so excited to be back.
I can't believe you. Oh, I'm so excited. I have really missed everyone. Happy New Year. Yeah, can I say Happy New Year? I know it's a bit belated, but I've not seen you since. I've not seen everyone since Boxing Day.
You've been in another country.
I have. I've been speaking French.
Have you?
Well, sometimes English with a French accent.
All right.
Can I have a big beer? No, but you did all the sandwich the other day, ordered it all in French, ordered all the pudding, thought, "C'est s'il vous plaît, oh, see, on all the bit." And then I went, "Do you have a bag?" 'Cause I thought, no idea what bag is. Anyway, did you have a lovely Christmas, lovely New Year? Because I've not seen you, have I?
I did.
Did you?
Fabulous.
What was your best present?
Mark bought me a Glenlira cross.
No.
Serenite one, yeah.
Serenite
And it's got
well.
fleur-de-lis all over it.
Oh.
It's just beautiful.
Oh, I'd like one of those.
Yeah, and I got some bloke's tools. I got a tumbler.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
And a new hammer.
Oh.
Yeah. A really
If
soft
I had a hammer.
Yeah.
Do you know, we opened ours so quickly, so sort of, because I worked all over Christmas, opened presents sort of the night before we went to Switzerland.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to sort of look at them all again and remind myself
Like
what I
what you
got,
got.
because I've not seen it for a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, you should wrap them all up again.
Do you know what?
No,
Yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it? Oh, yeah, but I've done enough
Cheap
wrapping.
wrapping paper.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah,
cheap
yeah,
wrapping
that's a good way to do
paper.
it. Yeah, now's the time to get your wrapping paper, isn't it? Anyway, so please message in. Tell me, Happy New Year. Get involved in the show now. Today, we have got 2 fantastic kits now. We've got a sneaky feeling, as busy as it is this morning, so thank you for watching, by the way. We are going to go really naughty on the kits. Both kits, we've been absolutely just gawping over Fleur's jewellery this morning, as always. Chamar, she is the queen. So, we've only got about 40 of these. So, that's not much to go around, is it? No, and you've loved working with these, haven't you?
Yeah. If I could have a favourite, I adore this, but I adore the gemstones in the leather as well.
Oh, yeah, we've been talking about the golden obsidian, haven't we?
Those gemstones are amazing.
Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start with jump rings. Start with jump rings, because I love this colour.
Isn't it beautiful? It's just so stunning.
Now, they're classed as rose gold, but they're this champagne fizz, aren't they, almost?
They are
just...
fizz.
So we've got lots of lovely sizes, and obviously our lovely Fleur's going to show us what to do with them. Now, let me show you. Shall we start with the big ones? Shall we? Everybody in the galleries go, yeah, let's. So then, they're open, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because I can see they're open.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with the 9mm. So look at the side. Look at that. Now, that's a fair whack of jump rings, isn't it?
Okay, because we've got actually 200 of each one. So that's, by my quick maths, that's 600.
Yeah.
I've not had to do maths for a week. Oh, it's been great. Open jump rings in this really, really pretty rose gold. Okay, so you've got 200 of the 9mm. We've then got 200 of the 7mm. Oh, and I'm being told we've got 400 of the 5mm. Have we? Are you? Oh, yes, there's 2 times. No. Oh, hang on then. So that's 800?
800.
Goodness gracious me. 800. And I'll tell you what we'll do then, because we've got this lovely colour. So, shall I show you the little dainty 5mm ones as well? Because they're so cute, look. Just go show you that little one, look. He's a little cutie, isn't he? Look at him, little cutie. He's one of those, like, a little baby when you go and just squidge its cheek, its little fat cheeky cheeks.
One, easier.
Yeah, we've just been away with a 4-month-old, little Louis. Bless him, little scoocher. So 800 jump rings, 5mm, 7mm, 9. So, well, there's 400 of the 5mm.
Yeah, and that's all outer diameters as well.
Oh, outer diameter.
Outer diameter.
Can I just say, a quarter of the stock has gone already?
I don't know. Yeah.
We're going to give you the price. Brilliant price, by the way. Oh yeah. And then, and some of these you've hidden, haven't you, in the chain mail? Very clever. Phil keeps calling me Jenny. No, it's all right. We love Jen. We love Jen. We love Jen. Now, what we've got here is 140 carats of the silver coating, the lovely faceted hematites, aren't they? I love them. And then we've got 30 carats of the purple coated black agate, 80 carats of the blue coated black agate, and then we've got those lovely white pearl. I love the size of those.
Those pearls, I still can't get my head around the fact that somebody's drilled them, because they are so petite and so perfect.
And can I point out, do you realise that that is not done by a machine? We drill every single one of our gemstones on Jewellery Maker by hand. I mean, that's talent, isn't it? That's centuries of expertise, that is.
I couldn't even see
where
to drill, they've got a substantial drill hole as well. It's not like you can only just get 0.25. You could get a little bit more. I mean, I've used monofilament with them, so.
I was just going to ask you, what have you put through? So monofilament.
I've done beady beads with them and put them on the outsides. But I mean, that as a bracelet, can you imagine that?
And if you think of, I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on a second, no, that's 1 strand. Hang on a second, let's not confuse it. So we've still got 4 strands of gemstones here, so I'm intrigued to see what we're going to... Oh, look at that. I mean, look how expensive that necklace looks. You would feel like you'd won the lottery wearing that piece. Honestly, wouldn't you? That's your finishing touch to an outfit.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Simple black dress, you're done with that.
Yeah, and I don't think Pips could have found any better gemstones to go with this colour.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they just
every single
that beautiful rose gold.
So why don't we start the new year with a big thank you to our lovely Pip. Now, for those of you that watch Jewellery Maker regularly and think, who is Pip? Pip is our little bundle of joy that puts the kits together, doesn't he?
He is.
Little bundle of joy is our lovely Pip. He's wonderful. So thank you, Pip, if you're watching. Now, understandably, 4 strands of gemstones, including beautifully hand-drilled pearls. We've only got 15 left, by the way. Over £42. Over £42. But we're not stopping there today. Oh, no. How about we go into 25? Can we? No. Can we? Can we? I've just done it and now he's like, well... Oh, he's done it. Oh, he did just say I was going to go to £29.95, you little madam. Well, it's Happy New Year.
That strand alone there, if I saw that...
This one?
That strand of pearls, if that was £15, I'd snatch your hand off for that, because they're so
hard to come by, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah. And they're perfect for beaded chainmail. Absolutely perfect for beaded chainmail. I mean, when we decided to do a beaded chainmail show, it was quite... 4 and 6mm are sort of like the go-to.
Absolutely.
And then when I saw this strand, I was just in love. Absolutely.
They're just beautiful. Firstly, they're hard to get by. And what gets me as well is, even at this size, you've still got that iridescence.
Yeah.
That's when you know. I mean, we're not even talking about the purple coated and the blue coated and silver coated hematite. They're just beautiful. But yeah, I think in this pack, and then with all those 800 jump rings as well.
And you've got. I mean, I've got this left over. So I've done all those pieces.
You've still got that left over as well?
And I've still got this left over. So I've still got gemstones and jump rings left over.
Now, can I just say, I did say it was going to go quick. Okay, I did say it was going to go quick, especially at that price. Now, you've made a necklace. We've had to take the graphics on because they've gone. Okay, so we have had to take those off. That's part of the requirement. If it's gone and sold out, we have to, by law, take the graphics off the screen. So well done. Congratulations to every single one of you. But we've got here, as you can see, every single piece here. This is what I love about chainmail. We were saying earlier, weren't we, Fleur? The great thing is that if you taught me how to make those, or anybody else watching, we could make them look identical.
Yeah, there'll be no difference. So the two that we're going to do today, if you were to recreate that with this kit, when you get it home, and you put both of ours together, would look identical. You wouldn't know whose was whose.
Exactly.
And that's what I love about chainmail.
Yeah.
You know, you can make it look like it's just walked out of a shop.
Even if you're a beginner.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic. So I'll tell you what we will do, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bracelets there, the necklace and the earrings. Now, one more thing I will just say while I've got Fleur Hastings, the wonderful Fleur Hastings in the studio. Now, on New Year's Eve, there was a bit of an awards ceremony, wasn't there?
Yes, and I would like to make a little announcement.
Would you? Go on then, make your little announcement then.
Okay, I'd love to thank every single person that voted for the DVD to make... and
what DVD was this, Fleur?
It was the European Weaves one, and it won DVD of the year, and I was over the moon. I couldn't believe, out of all the DVDs, that my little DVD could make...
It won DVD of the year, didn't it?
I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart, because I've never won out like that in my life. It's great.
Well, I'll tell you what we thought we'd do. As it has won, as voted by you, the Jewellery Maker audience, and I'll tell you what, little Fleur's face when I walked in today, the first thing she said, guess what? And you were so excited, weren't you?
I was really excited, and hugely excited for Claire and Mark as well, because, you know, it's great. But I just...
Now, what was it? Mark got Workshop of the Year.
And Claire got
Design of the Year. So, yeah, well done, Claire, if you're watching. And my lovely Mark, congratulations as well. And we thought we'd kickstart the year with this DVD for you, because we thought, well, if it's the DVD of the year as voted by our Jewellery Maker audience, then the least we can do is bring it to you. Now, never been on. Yeah, it hasn't been on since last year. You know, that's what we've got to say, haven't we now? I hate to like it. But look at those designs. They're absolutely beautiful. So these are the chainmail European weaves. Yeah. Okay, so they're lovely classical weaves. And you learn how to do inverted round mail and gemstone spine. Romanov. Oh, that sounds exciting. Romanov.
That's from the Romanov family. One of the little girls.
I thought it might be.
One of the little girls. Oh. I know it's a sad story, but one of the little girls that was found after was wearing a piece of jewellery very similar.
Oh, and it got named. Oh, well,
there's
always. Well, at least she got something named after.
Yeah, yeah. And it's a beautiful flower one on the front.
I love the flower one.
Yeah, it is
so that's the Romanov.
That's the Romanov, yeah.
On a FIFA review there from Helen in West Yorkshire, who has already bought this DVD, and she said a brilliant DVD, one of the best. Well, according to you, lovelies, it's the best.
And just in case my sister's watching, it wasn't the only one in the category, and I didn't vote for it all the time.
Is that what? That's what sisters do, don't
That's
they?
what she said to me. Yeah.
Well, that's what sisters do. It's like when my fella says I won the. I came second in the football. How many teams? 2.
Yeah.
Shut up. Oh, now Sandra in Oxfordshire said, fab, 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 as always, Fleur. Happy New Year to all. Happy New Year to you as well. It's great to have a sit down and watch all of your shows. See you soon. Oh, it's nice.
Thank you, Sandra. I love Sandra made me the most amazing bracelet.
Did she?
Out of a pair of Victorian sugar tongs.
Oh.
Into a pair. Oh, it's the most, and I wear it all the time. And the only time I can't wear it is when I'm here. So I take it off.
That's the thing, when we're on, we can't really wear it, especially me, because I have to put things up on my wrist and on my fingers and on my neckline. Yeah.
Thank you,
Sandra. How lovely.
Happy New Year.
Oh, and here's a question for you, actually. Joanne Caithness, hello, lovely girl. Was well-deserved, Fleur, but can I ask, is there a formula to work out bead jump ring size to make the captured bead weave? And that's for a big kiss from Jo.
Yeah, right. So we just quickly go through that now.
So what's the code on the DVD? FVTY 53.
Okay, so...
We've got many left? So at the moment, we've got enough to go round, okay? So good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck.
So when you're doing, and it's the necklace part that
Jo's talking about.
Jo's talking about now. So yeah, this is the it's a captured box weave.
Okay.
So the gemstone has to comfortably fit inside the jump ring, but have lots of clearance. So as you can see with this, you've got a 2mm clearance all the way around.
So is that the 9mm?
That's the 9mm outer diameter jump rings and the 6mm blue hematites. Now the silver hematites are exactly the same, but they're faceted. And you wouldn't believe that a faceted bead could make that much difference.
Oh, it does, because of the junctions on it.
Because of the junctions of the facets although it's the same size, the way that it moves means it won't capture around it. So if you were going to use a faceted gemstone, you have to go into a 5mm. Now, could I just bring the necklace?
You could do whatever you like, because you've won DVD of the year, Fleur.
No, don't keep saying that now, because if you can see this little gap here, the gemstone can't fall out of there. So if you went down to a 4mm, the gemstone will fall out. So this is one of those weaves which is very, very simple to do, but it's an absolute nightmare to work out. So you have to have a little go with them all. But definitely the 9mm jump rings and the 6mm plain round bead works perfectly. As soon as it's got facets on there, depending on the facets, you do just have to be a little bit careful. You can't go any smaller than a 5mm outside bead, because it will fall through the gap of the where.
But that's a good tip though. So if it's a smooth, non-faceted gemstone, 6mm will go in a 9mm jump ring, and then faceted, you've got to just play with it a little bit.
Yeah, if you make your own jump rings, just make them at least 2mm bigger, no bigger than 4mm, because they'll fall out through the side.
Okay, and we've got the jump ring maker tool coming up as well today for those people that want to do that. Okay. Wonderful. So which one are you going to show us how to make first?
We're going to do the gemstone spine first. So we're going to go right back to basics. So this is
this one.
That's it. So this is
I knew which one it was.
This is for anybody that's never done chainmail before, and this is the one. My mum came on my beginner's workshop, and then over Christmas I bought
which we brought her into the studio. We got her to wave, didn't we?
Yeah. I bought her loads of jewellery making stuff for Christmas, and she successfully made this bracelet with tourmaline, and it's on my guest designer page, and it looks just like mine does. It looks absolutely beautiful. So it is for...
Because it looks really expensive, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it looks quite complicated, but it really, really isn't. It's the most easiest one to do, because it's such a simple weave. Okay, and it's a great one as well for learning opening and closing of your jump rings. Okay. Because you need to be able to close each one properly. Okay. Okay. So what we need to do to start with is we need to make a 2-in-1 chain. So this is a 2-in-1 chain, and it basically does what it says on the tin. There's two jump rings into one jump ring, and then 2, 1, 2, 1, all the way down. So you can.
This is what I love about you though, because you use the different colours and the bigger sizes just to show on the demo. So you can see. So everybody looking at that doesn't not used to Fleur's demonstration think, well, hang on a minute, that doesn't look the same as that. No, because
if I was to show you,
it'd be hard to follow, wouldn't it?
If I show that and that by the side, that's exactly the same, but in the same. It's very difficult.
Very difficult to see.
So
I think it's a brilliant idea. I love it when you do that.
I always do the larger jump rings. So we're going to make another one of these because we need 2 of these, and we need to make these the length of our bracelet. Okay. So to start off with, we're going to take one of our open jump rings, and now when you're making any chainmail weave, the easiest thing to do is to pre-close or pre-open all your jump rings before you start. That way you can start chainmailing, and it's not. There's a nice flow through. You're not stopping and starting and forgetting where you got to. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to add on 4 closed jump rings to 1 open jump ring, and close that one up. And now when I split those 4 jump rings, I now get my first section of 2-in-1. So I've got 2, 1, 2. Okay, I'm now going to take my next open jump ring, and I'm going to go through my 2 closed jump rings. Okay. And then before I close that one up, I'm going to add 2 more jump rings to it. Now this is using the 5mm jump rings. Now for this to work, this weave to work, you do 5mm with a 4mm bead. Okay. Okay. So
smooth again.
Yeah, nice. Well, you can use faceted or you can use rondelles as well. But in this kit, it's the 4mm beads with the 5mm. Okay, got you. And you can scale this bracelet up as well. So you could go to the 9mm beads and use a big 8mm gemstone in between. So you can scale it up and down.
Okay, good. That's nice to know. Cool.
So all I'm doing is I'm just going through my very last double jump ring with an open jump ring and adding 2 more closed ones. And we need to finish both lengths on a closed jump ring. Okay. Also on a double jump ring, sorry. Okay. Okay, so I've now got my 2 lengths of, my 2 lengths of 2-in-1. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now just sort them out so they're facing each other. Okay. So that's my first section done. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to attach both of the single jump rings together.
Can I ask why is one longer than the other?
Because I've just got carried away.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
All right, that's fine. I was just sorry. Sorry, darling, she got carried away.
She got carried away.
You had a quick question come in, actually. Okay. That's what's our question. So just while we wait for coming in. Where's it coming? Have you coming in? No, apparently there's a message coming, but he's decided not to bring it into the studio. He wants us to be psychic.
Oh, right.
We could try, couldn't we?
We could try, yeah.
We could try.
Yeah. Oh.
Right then, Paula, in Essex, Happy New Year, lovely. What size rings are in the spine bracelet, please?
5mm.
The 5mm.
Yeah, so with the 5mm jump rings, I've managed to do the whole spine bracelet, the JPL bracelet and the earrings. So those 5mm jump rings go a long way.
And there were 400 of those, weren't there?
You do take about 180 to do this bracelet.
Just going to ask you that. So you are being psychic. I was just going to say how many 5mm jump rings in that. About 180.
180, yeah.
So with 800, you could make four of those easily.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could do different sizes and, like, say,
roughly priced to sell those. Roughly.
That one would be about £35.
Wow.
That one would be, because there's not a lot of work involved in it. As in, it's not a really
time-consuming, yeah. Because you have to work that into your price when you're selling, don't you?
Yeah. And what you do have to take into consideration as well is the first one's going to take so much longer than the fourth one that you make, say. So you just...
because you build a bit of speed as you go.
That's it.
What about if you made that in sterling silver jump rings?
Oh, if I made that in sterling silver jump rings with, say, the hematite going through it again, it would be about £65.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're almost doubling the price.
Doubling the price. And not necessarily, it wouldn't double the amount of materials cost-wise as well, because we get sterling silver at such an amazing price.
I've got some coming up.
Well, you can see then, you wouldn't double the amount of materials cost.
Exactly.
But because it needs that.
That's increasing that profit margin quite incredibly.
But what I do is I will make
what I do
is
I missed you.
I do.
You do. Right.
I do. Make one in copper and then make one in sterling silver. And then
for everybody's budget.
Yeah, so if people can't afford the sterling silver one, but they still like the look, they can then go for the copper.
I think that's really nice. Shall I just pop those, just so that you know? Yeah. So we've got, what have we got here then, Phil? Ooh. Oh, wow. Look what we've done here then. Just quickly, we'll do 20 of each and then we'll move on, because we want to see how this bracelet takes shape. But just quick look, I've put them all in the same one. That's not very helpful, is it? But you can see what we're doing here. Look. So we've got 925 sterling silver open jump rings. Okay, they're both 9mm. So just separating those out. There we go. There you can see. Look. So you've got 20 in the sterling silver, 20 in the gold plating. Don't forget we 18 karat gold plate our sterling silver. 20 of each. You're going to be knocked out with this. Now, Fleur, I wish you were sitting down almost, because I feel like...
Fall down.
You ready?
No.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Look at her little face. She's like, oh, much as I'm enjoying being in the studio demonstrating zine, I wish I was at home and I could get those for £7.95.
You can't buy the materials to make those.
Of course you can't. Absolutely not. I mean, that is clearance price, 100%. And they're all open, look.
And the necklace that I've done with the 9mm jump rings, I haven't used that many.
No.
So you could do a beautiful gold and silver version of that necklace.
Yeah.
Even if you take the drops off of there as well.
Yeah, and just the necklace itself.
If you buy like 3 packs of those, you could do a really nice length of that captured box mail there. And, you're talking nearly £100.
Easily.
Because it's got, you've got 9 karat gold, 18 karat gold.
18 karat gold plated and 925 sterling silver. Just to mention as well, nearly every single person there, what are they doing without me saying?
Buying 2, at least
2 or 3.
Yeah, at least 2 or 3, and I don't blame you.
I thought somebody's just bought 6. Wow. Okay, this is about to sell out, and obviously everybody stood there saying, well, Zine, that's great, lovely, thank you very much, but we want to watch Fleur. And I agree. They've nearly sold out, though. So if you have, I've got so many people, I won't read all your names out, but I've got a list of people with it in their baskets, and I've only got 10 left. I'm oversubscribed 4-fold there. So, okay. Sorry, darling girl.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take another 5mm open jump ring, and can you see where the 2 single jump rings are? I'm just going to connect those single jump rings together. Now, this is what's going to create the channel for the spine to go down. So, there's one in place. Take my next one, and I'll show you in a second on the proper size jump rings what it will look like as well.
Okay.
Because we need to show you how to attach your beading thread to be able to.
And what's this called again? This type of chain we're doing?
It's a 2-in-1, but
2-in-1.
We just called it a gemstone spine because they look like a spine going down the front. So all I've done.
So many variations of chainmail, aren't there?
hundreds and hundreds. So all I've done is I've connected, you can see there, I've connected, made a little ladder type of thing. And all I've done is connected all the single ones together. Now it doesn't look like a channel there with these extra large jump rings, so I'm just going to pop this down. I'm going to show you on my actual piece what it's going to look like. So this, that's what it's going to look like. And if I just push it out, can you see that they're all standing up in that little spine? So these are the blue jump rings that I've just added, if you like.
Wow.
I'll just try and, that's better, isn't it? Is that better there? So you can see that they're stood up in that nice little spine.
Yeah, got you.
So you can now basically tell where this weave's going to go now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what we need to do is we need to attach all 4 at the end together. And this is just my demo piece, just so that's why I've got a green jump ring, just to show that you connect the end parts together. On the very first jump ring, okay, you're going to attach your beading thread, just with a crimp cover and a crimp underneath. Now this is going to look like the very first bead. Okay, so when it's in the same colour as your gemstone, as your chainmail, it looks seamless. Okay, so I'm now going to take the end of my beading thread and I'm going to go through the very first of those connecting jump rings. And can you see that when I pull that together now, that's gone into that gap? Let me just sort that out. There we go. So it's now gone into that gap and it looks like a bead, but it's actually attached my beading thread to it. Okay,
got you.
So I'm just going to lay it down while I just grab a couple of these.
So, Lena's just messaged in, approximately how many jump rings are used in this bracelet you are making, please? We said 180, didn't we?
180, yeah,
the 5 mil.
On the size. That's for about, I mean, I always use S-clasps on the end, so that takes up a good ½ an inch. Of clasp. So depending on your clasp as well, you could only, I've done it and done like half and half. So you could only do like half a section and then you could macrame from it as well.
Yeah, there's all sorts of options, aren't there?
There's lots and lots of options there. I've used one of the large jump rings on the end just to hold it all together because I think that makes it look really nice.
And just so that Lena's got it right, so 180 of the 5 mil gemstones plus your S clasp, and what size are the beads?
They're 4 millimetres.
The 4 mil ones.
Yeah, the 4
okay, so the 4 mil and the 5.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So
sorry, darling.
That's okay. I've added on one of my 4mm hematites.
Okay.
I'm going to let that sit down.
Very rich, that purple, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's very chocolate box, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm now going to go to my very next standing up jump ring, so connecting jump ring, and I'm going to go through. Now, when you are threading these through, because you've got jump rings either side, it's very, it's very easy to connect it to one of these jump rings. So I tend to go in diagonally through, and that way you won't connect to any other jump ring that you don't need to connect to. And if it starts to kink as it goes through, just sort it out.
Tease it.
That's it, and pop it through. And you can see now that my first actual gemstone is in place. So I'm just going to go through and do my next one. Okay. And then we can you can see then how the actual bracelet is formed. Yeah. Okay, so when you're doing this and you're beading this through, you do need to make sure that you leave lots of room on the beading thread. If you pull it tight, it will start to twist and spiral. So you can see there, as I've pulled it tight, it's pulled it out of shape.
Yes, you want to keep it,
You need to keep it nice and loose. And once you've beaded the whole thing, go through and give it all a good old wiggle.
Give it a little wiggle, yeah.
And what that'll do is it'll just help
keep it flat and settle it all down, yeah, absolutely. Because otherwise it's all bunched up, it's never going to sit flat on the wrist, is it?
It just keeps twisting, it'll just twist and twist and twist. If you're going to use different shapes like rondelles, if you've got a rondelle that's too big, so sometimes with the rondelles, because they're 2 by 1, we have to have 2 in there. If they're too big, sometimes it can distort the shape and make it go quite rigid. So for me, the 4 mil round is the best way to go.
Okay. But these are all good little tips, though.
Yeah, I mean, have a play with it. That's what I always say with chainmail. There's so many rules and regulations with chainmail, and I always say chuck the rule book out the window and have a go.
Have a go, because we all talk about happy accidents on JM, don't we? And that's exactly
this weave. When I started doing this weave, this was a happy accident. Yeah. Because I thought, what will happen if I connect 2 lots of 2 in 1 together? And that's how I thought, that would a 4 mil jump ring sit in there, and 4 mil bead, fit in there. And it does perfectly. And like I say, scale it up, scale it. You can't really scale it down. This is the smallest that you can go, but you can put different rondelles in there. So you carry on all the way till you get to the very end of your bracelet, and you can see how they sit in there really beautifully.
They do, don't they? It's like they were meant to be, isn't it? Yeah.
So when you finish off your bracelet, you finish off your bracelet like you start your bracelet. So you miss the very last bead out, pop your crimp cover on, go over the top, you know, go over and through the last jump ring. Okay. And then back through your crimp cover, give it a squish, and everything is there. But if I just put this one down and actually get the bracelet itself, just make sure...
It's got a lovely weight to it as well, hasn't it? It feels expensive.
Just make sure that you can move all of those gemstones, because like I say, if it gets pulled tight, it'll twist. Yeah. And also as well, I just think it looks really lovely on the back.
It's almost, as well. Reversible, isn't it?
Yeah, so you could wear it either way. What I always say about chainmail is if you make this bracelet and 6 months down the line you go, do you know what, I'm a bit bored of the purple now. All you need to do is cut your beading thread. Your chainmail is still intact. It's not going to damage. And just re-thread.
That's a good idea.
A different gemstone that you want, and then all you've lost is
different colours, different seasons, almost. Yeah.
And all you'll lose is two crimp covers, and a tiny bit of beading thread, which we get lots of, and we get them in bundles as well. Yeah. But it's just a really beautiful, nice. It's very slinky.
It's gorgeous.
Very nice bracelet, but it has some, like you say, some weight and some form. It's got 180 jump rings in there, so it's really, really beautiful. It's great for a beginner. If you're a complete beginner, never tried chainmail, have a go at this, because...
See, I get a bit nervous sometimes, but chainmail's certainly for me one of those mediums that, after being on Jewellery Maker for a few months, is that I automatically want to go home and make that. Yeah. That's an instant for me. I want to make that.
And you know, you could, if you once you get into the habit of like opening and closing jump rings, you could make a really long length of 2 into 1. Yeah. Just keep going till you've used all your jump rings, and then cut it up and say, right, I'll use that part for a necklace, because that would make a beautiful earring, you know, just a small section of it for an earring.
Because once you're in the flow of putting it together, you just keep going, don't you? Yeah, very therapeutic as well.
It is very therapeutic. It is very, very therapeutic.
And just how expensive it looks, doesn't it?
Well, if you break it down to how many for the pieces and how much we've made, it's about £6 a piece. It works out, doesn't it?
Yeah. You know? And as you said, you're selling that for £35. That's in any business, in anything that you're selling. That's a heck of a markup. Yeah.
And what I love about chainmail as well is the fact that if you put that in the ground and then dug it up in 60 years' time, it wouldn't have disintegrated. It wouldn't have, it would still look like that. It probably need a bit of a clean.
You should do that. Put Fleur Hastings. Put your tag on it.
A time capsule.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do that.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like that.
Now the good news is, thank you.
That's okay.
Gorgeous face.
That's all right.
We're going to do another. We're going to do another one, aren't we?
Yeah.
But in the meantime, this has just come back into stock. A whole metre sterling silver chain. A whole metre. It's oval link chain. It's got a lovely 3x2 link. So again, I know I always say it, but it's true. Great for chainmail. Great for charm bracelets, adding on your charms. I've got some lovely silver little hearts coming up later, haven't I? Yeah, they're lovely. Now, when this was on in October, the last time we had it in stock, we saw, I think about 390 went in about 10 minutes.
Wow.
Or was it 3 minutes? 3 minutes. In 3 minutes, 390 were taken. Do you know why that is, though? Because it's going into £10. Now, let's remember, a metre, just remember, a metre of sterling silver chain would, on average, give you 2 16-inch necklaces and a bracelet. Now, that is impressive. And now, bearing in mind, nearly every one of you is buying 2 at least. And can I just say again, Happy New Year. I know it's a bit belated, but I've just had a week in Switzerland, and I had no Facebook, no text messaging of anybody. I had a week off, so I've had to start busily. I messaged you this morning, didn't I? Saying Happy New Year. I haven't been on Facebook or anything. I had a week off, and it was lovely.
Nice having a week
it was
off
lovely.
Kind of,
well, I was with the family, and I wanted to make the most of it. I've got to be honest. I did.
No, you have to. Yeah. You do have to.
So we've not seen this for a couple. We've not seen this actually now since October. So, gosh, but it's quite Now this is about to sell out. I mean, bearing in mind it's solid 925 sterling silver,
and it's the greatest one for your extended chains because you can fit your clasp into it.
Exactly. This is the thing. So yeah, if you want to make, in any time that you want to extend your necklace, or when we put, do you remember? Have you seen on our necklaces when we bring you them on Jewellery Maker? We have that 2-inch of chain that actually we class as the extended chain, and it's completely different to the actual chain itself. This is the chain that we use. So as Fleur's just said, quite rightfully, you need an extended chain, you want to add it, and the fact that it's sterling silver, you just can't go wrong, can you? Now, I've got a feeling this is going to be sold out again. How many have we started with, by the way, Phil? Oh, we've only got 100. Oh, 70 have gone. Okay, so do the maths, my lovelies. We've got to be ever so quick. Now Margaret just said, Happy New Year, Margaret, in the city of beautiful Bristol. Good morning, ladies. Good afternoon, darling. Is it afternoon, morning? I've no idea what time. It's just afternoon.
Yep.
Or we've just clicked over. Beautiful bracelet.
Oh,
Look.
thank you.
What clasp did you use? But S-clasp, wasn't it?
S-clasp. I always use S-clasps. Always. Because I just think that they just look so lovely and they sit so beautifully together, the two together. You can use whatever clasp you like.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You know, if I've used an S-clasp and you want to use a toggle clasp, it's no problem at all.
I was going to say, a T-bar clasp would look lovely on that as well, wouldn't it?
And as it spun round, it would just still look really gorgeous. Yeah, whichever clasp you want, you can hand make your own clasp. Because I know you've had some wire in this colour as well, so you could make your own.
Got some lovely coloured wire coming up as well.
Yeah.
That's gone, by the way. Totally gone. So well done, everybody. Well done, well done, well done. Oh, now. Oh, yes. Now, this, talking of toggle clasps, and bear in mind, if you did, this is really high-end. It is beautiful. Where's my little Twinkie tweezers?
Is that what I think it is?
Let me show you. I know you're going to like this. Look at that.
Oh, that is
Isn't that beautiful? Now, we've not seen this in over 6 months. It was reordered at your request. Now, talk about, it is a toggle clasp. Talk about an extravagant toggle clasp. Look at this. Now, we've not seen it. As I said, for 6 months, we've just managed to get this back into stock for you. It is a very fancy, beautiful, gorgeous, flower-like, leaf-like. It's so, I mean, what would you, I'd say a beautiful, see, that for me is a gorgeous.
I think it's a leaf.
I think it's a leaf. I think it's a leaf. That's what I see anyway. It's beautiful, but look at the detail. It's absolutely beautiful. Now, if I just turn it around for you, because you've got the looping position there, look. If I just turn it around for you, my lovelies, you'll actually see, look, hallmarked. Okay, so you can see it's hallmarked, 925. Okay, it's a lovely sight. I mean, that for me, you couldn't hide that away, could you? You'd have to have that as a main feature,
that would be
wouldn't you?
right at the front, like a lariat style necklace.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Now, if I just hold this up for you as well, because you've got, oh, look, you've even got that detail on the toggle clasp, look. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness gracious me! What a shame we've not seen this for 6 months. What an absolute treat! Have you seen the weight of the sterling silver at the bottom of your screens there as well? 3 grams in one toggle clasp.
That's like a ring,
isn't it? Just yeah, absolutely. You could have 3 grams. Yeah, absolutely. The silver there. I love the wraparound detail on the toggle clasp.
I just can't get over the detail that you've got in that.
It's just
the actual detail.
You get under £10 for 3 grams of sterling silver. In all that detail, wow. That would be a real feature for me.
That would, and I would have a beautiful, like, waterfall with that silver chain that you've just done. Oh, the silver chain would go through, and then the toggle would be longer than the actual clasp, and then just put some beautiful, delicate rondelles, just wire up them onto it. It'd be amazing. That'd be beautiful.
It's my birthday on Friday.
Is it?
Yeah.
I might make you one.
Did you see that then? That was a. It's my birthday on Friday. I might make you one.
But if they all sell out, then I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay. Customers come first.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I will forego it.
Yeah.
Margaret! She just said, no wonder you won a prize. And do you know, I'm going to second this, Margaret. You're absolutely right, my friend. She said, you are an astounding teacher. And being able to buy the gear to makes JM shows the best ever.
Oh, thank you.
She's brilliant. You are. And do you know what? My director, my producer, Phil's just said, I love Fleur's demos. They're so easy to follow.
Do you know when I was a proper lecturer?
Because you were a teacher, weren't you?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because I didn't used to make them learn chainmail, but I was a bit strict with them. So, yeah, they didn't like me as a lecturer. So, thank you for liking me here.
Oh, we do. We love you. And Penny, Happy New Year, Penny in Shropshire. She said, hi, lovely designs as always. What size? Now that's a great question, Penny. What size do you make your bracelets when you want to sell them?
I always, if I'm doing one of my medieval markets or something like that, I always make my bracelets 8 inches. Now, there's a reason why I make them 8 inches.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yes, because under pressure, if you had a 7-inch bracelet and under pressure someone says, oh, I like that, but it doesn't fit, can you make it another ½ inch longer? To remember the weaves and to take all the jump rings with you.
Easier to take them out.
It's easier to take it away, and even if you just get your cutters and cut that extra ½ an inch off, because you
that's
are a
clever
bit panicky
thinking.
when you are
Yeah.
when someone actually says, I like that, I want to buy that, you're like, really? Do you want to buy it? Oh, that's lovely. And then to actually make that weave under pressure, to try and remember how to do it or have the right jump rings. So I always make mine 8 inches, and then you can always scale them down, but 8 inches is
And
perfect for a guide.
that's a great idea, because then also, if you think about it, like you say, if you've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of different types of weaves, and let's say you go to one of your fairs and you made it a month ago,
That's it.
It can make you look as though you didn't really make it.
That's it,
because you can be standing there, get a bit flustered and go, hang on a minute, and then people are thinking, well, did you make it? And then you feel nervous and a bit unprepared, and
I always make them longer, and then if I've got a really popular bracelet, like a Byzantine bracelet, what I do with Byzantine is I make like a metre length of Byzantine chain, and then if that one sells out, I can quickly cut a bit off or undo the jump rings, cut a bit off, make a bracelet up and pop it back in its place. So with those, with your popular weaves, the ones that you like the gemstone chain spine
just
one,
keep going.
Just keep making a long length of it, and then you can bead it up with, you know, because beading it up's less frightening to actually then to chainmail in front of somebody if you're new to it or you're nervous, and you know, because it is frightening when someone says,
it's nerve-wracking.
You know, it's nerve-wracking, especially when people come and go, I love that, can I buy that? You're like, oh
exactly. It's very humbling, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very humbling. So I always make them longer, because 8 inches will fit a gentleman as well. So always make them longer.
Good
and then
thinking,
shorten it off.
Batwoman.
Only because it's happened to me before, and I was like shaking and all.
Just make you go, because once your hands start to shake, that you can do it. Now, what else are you going to teach us how to do, by the way?
The Turkish round mail.
This one.
Yeah. So this one looks a little bit more intense, if you like. It looks a little bit more
very extravagant.
Difficult to do, but it's not difficult to do.
So that looks really hard.
Yeah, it's not. And the best thing about chainmail is if you don't get it in the first few rows, keep going, because the pattern will establish itself. You can always take that last bit off, that first bit off again, you know. So it is an easy weave. It's based on the one that's on the DVD, the inverted round mail. So this is like one step further in the inverted.
Is this on the DVD of the year?
DVD of the
that we
year.
had earlier.
And it still doesn't sound right.
It's brilliant.
Still
Well deserved,
right.
Fleur.
No, it still doesn't sound like it should be me.
Well, it is.
I just noticed I put them in the wrong sequence.
Okay, lovely girl.
The OCD. Right then. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off again with a chain of 2 into 1. So I've got 3 sets of 2 and 2 single ones.
What size are these again, darling?
Now these ones are going to be the 7mm that we're going to use for this one.
Okay.
So I'm now going to lay this down onto the mat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach these last 2 pairs together. So they're going to create like a triangle, okay? So what you have to be careful of when you do this is you don't twist the chain.
Oh, okay.
If you twist it, it's no problem, because you'll see straight away, and it's not like you get halfway down and go, oh, I've done it wrong.
Yeah.
So as you can see now, it looks like a little triangle. Yeah. Okay, so all my double jump rings are all here. My single jump rings that were connecting the 2 in one chain are all sticking up.
Okay.
Now you need 3 sections of just scrap wire, whichever gauge you want.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter what gauge, whatever you've been working with, and you've got 3 little scrap end bits.
Okay.
Just use those. And what we're going to do is going to attach a piece of wire to each of the top jump rings in the pairs. Okay, so in my case it's these yellow jump rings here. So I'm just going to go through one and just give it a little twist. And these are handles, so they're coming off. They're not part of the design. It's just so you can hold it a lot better. Now there's about 30 different ways to start this weave. This is the way that I find easiest, and the way that when I've taught it before is easy for people to understand.
Okay.
But you know, if you don't understand this way, if you just give me a quick message on Facebook,
okay,
I can always tell you another way to start it.
Okay, thank you.
So just put the last one on.
Okay.
So I've now got my 3 handles, just give them a little twist, and all I'm going to do is pick up all 3 handles. So I've now got my first bit, and I'm just going to twist them together just to make it easier to handle. So now I've got my first chain. Now if you're used to doing chainmail, this is your inverted round mail.
Okay.
So what you can do now from here is you could start adding your gemstones into here straight away.
Okay.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to do something slightly a bit different with a Turkish round mail. Okay. So I've got 3 sections. Now I'm just going to add in one more layer of inverted round mail. So I'm going to take 3 jump rings. Now with any round mail, so there's 3 round mails, is Turkish, inverted and the round mail. They all go in layers, Okay, and each layer has 3 jump rings.
Okay.
Now what I do when I'm doing this weave is I set them out into 3s, and I know when all 3 have gone, I can move on to my next layer.
Got you.
Okay.
Okay.
So this little rule with this one is 1 jump ring connects 2 together, but it can only connect 1 jump ring to its partner. So its next door neighbour.
Okay.
So that black jump ring's gone through those 2 jump rings there. So my first one's gone in.
Okay.
I'm now going to turn it, and which is the best thing about this handle, you can turn it.
Got you.
I've got 2 jump rings here that are neighbours,
Mm-hmm.
so they can connect together. And you can see that it's starting to create that little triangle effect as well.
Yeah.
So that's my next 2. And then my last one, I've got 1 more jump ring left in my little pile of 3. And these 2 jump rings aren't connected together, so those 2 are now going to get connected.
Okay.
Because they want to be together.
You want to be together?
They want to be together. Okay, so I've now got another layer of inverted round mail, but I now want to turn this into Turkish round mail. So Turkish round mail is basically Byzantine knots. Okay, so if you're used to doing Byzantine, it's exactly the same, but in a round version. So,
Do you know what made it Turkish?
no, don't know. I have no idea.
Just interested where it comes from.
Well, I think there is some of the Turkish jewellery does have this ornate, intricate look about it, and I
So
think
it
that
gets-
it's been
that's where it's-
named
yeah,
from there. But
okay.
it's certainly not. This is not a historic one at all.
No,
This is
okay.
one that's been made in years like previous.
Just interesting, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
The last 20 years, chainmail has just gone through the roof. So
Yeah.
there's lots of new weaves. And last night on one group there was 3 new weaves on one
Really?
group.
Just
yeah.
in- wow.
Yeah. So if you remember with Byzantine, you need 3 sets of 2. So with Turkish round mail, we need 3 sets of 3. Okay. So I'm going to hold my first set, and I'm going to let the first 3 fall down. So exactly the same as my Byzantine, where I let the 2 fall either side.
Yeah.
I've now let all 3 fall either side.
Okay.
Now, when you're going to scoop these up into the Byzantine knot, we're going to come into the middle. So we're going to connect the black jump rings up together.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take my open jump ring, and I'm exactly the same. They're next to each other.
Yep.
So they get pulled up, and that's created your Byzantine knot on the outside.
Ah.
So that's 1 in place. Now, it's a little bit more difficult for me to hold in these large jump rings. You'll find it so much easier in your 7mm.
Yep.
That's my next pair, and as soon as you pull it, it pulls up into that knot.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
So it like clicks up into the knot and close. And then my last one, my last black jump ring, connects to its partner.
Got you.
There. Okay. So now when I turn this back the right way round, we've got our first Turkish knot.
Got you.
So what I did then is inside each one of those Turkish knots is a gemstone, is a 4mm gemstone, and all you do is you literally pop it in and close it like a present. So when you get to this stage, just open it all back up, so that these are sitting on the outside. And like I say, these are more difficult in these large rings.
Yeah.
You're just going to pop it inside that Turkish knot, close them around,
And that'll hold them.
and that holds it in. So it's those
And
3
that's it?
jump rings that hold that bead. Sorry.
Wow.
So it's those 3 jump rings, gold jump rings, that hold the bead inside that little Turkish knot. So there's only 1 bead in each Turkish knot, but it looks like there's more.
It does. It looks
like there's more
absolutely
in
jam-packed, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
So then to carry on now, so I've got 1 layer. So again, because it's
I love the way you say
Byzantine-
layer.
Layer.
Lair. Come into my lair.
Coming to your layer.
Lair.
It's me northern
Layer.
coming out. Me layer. Come in me layer.
Yeah, to a brummie, that's a layer.
To a northerner, it's a layer.
Lair.
We have to shorten everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easier.
We just can't. We don't want to be bothering with saying full words.
Yeah.
We have to say shorten it up. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back to doing my inverted round mail. So I've added 1 jump ring to this pair of on the previous row.
Yep.
So the gold was what was pulled into the knots.
Yep.
So I now need another 3 layers to be able to do another Turkish knot. Every time I say it.
You're so cute.
Like, 40-year-old people aren't cute.
Yeah.
No, they're not. No. I'm supposed to be mature. My mum
No
used to
chance.
some of the-
No chance. I got called an adult on holiday. I was insulted.
Did ya?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't have to take with that again.
So I've now added my next row in, my next layer in. Layer. So I've got orange layer,
Yep.
my purple layer, and now I'm going to add in my third layer. I'm going to say loads now, just so, just so it makes you laugh.
Oh.
So again, just going through, attaching all the pairs together. So if they're neighbours, they
Yep.
can be attached together.
Yep.
I only need 3 jump rings to make the layer.
The layer.
The layer of jump rings. That's it. Okay, so I've now got my 3 layers. Okay, so you can see there.
Yep, got you.
Okay, all I'm going to do now is I'm now going to turn it upside down again, and let that
Drop
last
again.
section, if it just tangles up a little bit, just tell it to play nicely. And one's just jumped off, so let me just take those out. One's just jumped out of the.
Did it just? Was it playing up?
Because these jump rings are quite old now.
Yeah.
They don't connect together as easily.
Yeah.
So I think.
Well,
I
you
need to
use these for all
get
your demos, don't you?
Yeah, I need to get some more, make some more of them. So that's it. I'll just quickly put that one back in. Now it's going to play. There we go.
Okay.
Maybe it was just me being dumb.
No, never.
So now I've got my 3 black jump rings on the outside again.
Yep.
The purple with the layer before. And now I'm going to take my orange jump rings and attach just those black jump rings up into the knot.
Okay.
And we'll just quickly do this one, and then you can see when I hold it the right way around. So my next one goes through the pair and then through its partner. So again, they're next to each other. But because you're doing it on the inside, it's a little bit different to when you just add in a normal layer. And then through and pulling it up. And when we turn it over, you can now see, it's like a Chinese lantern almost, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see those beautiful knots appearing. So again,
You put
before
your
I go
gemstone in
any
again,
further now,
yeah.
I just open up those last 3, pop the gemstone inside that little, I like to call them lanterns, I think they're like little lanterns. Pop them inside that little pod there, and then just carry on going. And you can put as many beads in there if you want. You can bead all the way down. You could just do one
alternate.
of these. Alternator.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones that's just so versatile.
Brilliant.
Look, it holds its form without those beads, and so the beads aren't holding it out.
Yeah.
It holds its form just like what you
Anyway.
can see in the large jump rings.
Beads are
It
just the
holds
added
just
detail, aren't
added
they?
detail. But if you didn't want the beads on the inside, you could drop them off the outside as well. Just pop them on some head pins and just drop them off the outside. So it's a really beautiful
Really
weave.
pretty.
And once you've learned how to do this weave, then the other 2 weaves, the round mail and the inverted round mail, are exactly the same, just with different steps.
Wow.
So that's the best thing about chainmail. When you learn one weave, it
Sort of gets
lends
yourself
through
ready
to
to
the next one. So like with Byzantine, you could do about 30 different weaves from Byzantine. Just from learning one weave, you can make 30 variants of it.
Really?
Yeah. So this one's got 3 variants of it. So this is inverted, round and Turkish. The 2-in-1 is just like the backdrop to most chainmail. It's like the grandfather of them all, because it's where everything starts from. So yeah, they do all just sort of like lead off
so
from each other.
fascinating, it really is. Can I just say, talking of Chinese lanterns, New
Yep.
Year's Eve out in Switzerland, Steve Bennett's got the biggest tree you've ever seen. I'm talking huge. 2 lanterns, first one launched straight in the tree. Second one launched straight in the tree. If it hadn't have been so wet and damp, this tree would have gone up, would have lost it. He had his hose out. It was like, yeah. So after we let 2 off, we said we're not doing another one. It's too dangerous. We said forget. We've got 40 lanterns to let off. We went, no, we're not doing another
40?
one. We're not doing another one. Nearly obliterated the house. Thank you, gorgeous. That's
all right,
Thank you.
my darling.
Now, when we've got loads and loads of scraps, pieces of wire,
Yep.
we think. Well, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to show the saw in a bit.
Yep.
But what we thought is we'll show you these because, again, as with Jewellery Maker, any sort of kit, any tool that you use tends to look really simple, doesn't it?
Yep.
And this is no exception. And this is simply a jump ring maker. And what this does is it will make 4 different sizes of jump ring. It will make a 4mm, 6mm, 7mm, and 8mm. So that's why you've got the 4 tools in there. And this is just brilliant for just simply making your own jump rings, isn't it?
So Alison's just had a wonderful kit with hundreds of meters of wire in there. If you wanted to, when Alison made all her pieces of jewellery, you might not want to put a silver or a gold jump ring on the end. You might want to colour coordinate it to the actual colour wire that you're using.
Yeah.
So you can use them for chainmail, as in you can cut hundreds of them and make your own chainmail bracelet.
Yep.
These ones are the inner diameters.
Just going to ask you that question.
Yeah.
Right,
So
okay.
when you make a jump ring, the mandrel itself is the inner diameter size.
Okay.
Now, depending on what the width of the wire that you use, creates the outer diameter.
Course.
So if you use a 1mm wire on the 4mm mandrel, you'll make a 6mm outer diameter. Now, it's quite important that, because we sell jump rings in outer diameters, I would
Yes, we
hate
do,
for people
don't we?
to,
Get
to get
confused.
confused,
Yeah.
because the 8mm on a 1mm wire will make a 10mm outer diameter jump
Okay.
ring. So just so you know, so if you did want to do that captured box, you know, the captured bead mail there,
Yeah.
you can make your own to you know, for the size of your gemstones that you're going to use.
And they're that simple in that you get a little disc in there at the bottom, and then you just literally twist and screw in that end there, and it is that simple that you just wrap around your wire, keep the tension on
That's
there,
it.
and then cut them through.
Just cut them, and you can. The best quality jump rings, and that's why our jump rings are so top quality, is because they're saw cut. Okay, if you want absolutely brilliant jump rings, you need to have them saw cut, which means that both ends are completely straight and flat.
Yeah.
So they'll go back together as a seamless jump ring or a seamless continuous circle. If you cut them with your flush cutters, you do have to, when you cut them, you get a point on one end and a straight on the other, so it looks like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you have to do then is cut this point off.
Yeah.
With chainmail, you need the littlest amount of metal taken out of that jump ring to create a full circle.
And that's why you get a saw.
Yeah, and that's why you need a saw to saw cut your jump rings if you want professional
If only
looking.
we'd got a saw.
Have we got one? As if
Well,
magic.
as if, boy, could it be magic. Now then.
And I don't just say that because we have got a saw, but saw cut jump rings that's what you pay top quality jump rings for.
So, talk me through this in a minute or two, because this is our German style saw frame.
So this is a fully adjustable saw frame, okay, so it fits most standard, and if you break a saw...
We've got blades with it as well.
Blades. So if you break a blade, you can narrow it down and carry on using that blade.
Okay.
So it's fully adjustable, okay, so what you do is you put your blade, and the blades come with it.
Yeah, the blades come with 60 blades with it.
What sizes are they? Can I have a look? 2, 3. There's more than 60 in there.
1 to 6 with approximately 12 of each.
So each bundle is 12. So each one of those, and there's about 4 bundles in there.
Hang on,
Can I just take one out?
6 bundles, aren't there?
So yeah, so there's 2. So there's 12 in each one. Can't get them back in now. So these are the thicker blades. They're absolutely perfect for cutting your jump rings. So one is the smallest in this, going up to 6, which is your largest. With jewellery making, we don't tend to use number 6 in sort of like jump rings because it takes it's too much. The gap between the teeth is what denotes what size saw blade it is, not the thickness of the blade.
So we tend to use 1 to 5.
1 to 5, yeah, and then if you've got the other ones as well, the 1/aughts as well, they can be used as well. But these ones are perfect. And the way that you're going to use it is if you think of it as a Christmas tree. Okay, so if I just hold that there.
Oh no, I am intrigued. Think of it as a Christmas tree,
Think of it
right?
as a Christmas tree. So when you put your blade in, so this is the top of your saw frame, this is the bottom, okay?
Yeah.
When you put your saw blade in, make sure that the teeth are standing upwards for a start with, because I've had quite a few messages saying I can't cut it and the teeth are underneath. Got to make sure they're on the top.
That'd be what I'd do.
Yeah. And the way that you've got to think about it is like a Christmas tree. So each tooth has to point like this towards the handle. So when you run your finger down, it feels smooth because all the teeth are going this way. Okay? So when you run your finger backwards, it won't cut your finger. It's not a sharp, they're not sharp that your finger's going to fall off. But you'll feel it snagging on each one. Okay?
Yeah.
So make sure that it's like a Christmas tree and the teeth like little shark fins, if you like, going
we know
down
you get that
the
in.
sea. Got to get a shark in.
Yeah.
So each time, each blade goes this way. That way, when you're sawing, it's going with the grain of
And that's
whatever
good
you're
that each
cutting.
of the sizes got 12 of each one.
Yeah, so
Goodness me.
each blade comes in a dozen, so they're called. You get a dozen of blades.
Wow.
And what's so brilliant
Is that
about these
72 in
packs?
total, I think, isn't it? Is that 72? 6 times 12? Am I right?
But then you've got 2
Is that-
packs in each one.
Oh, gosh,
You've
there's
got
loads
24
then.
in each one.
Oh, wow.
So that's a traditional. That's how. But traditionally, when you buy saw blades for your frame, is you'll buy one size. So you might have 100 number ones, but with this you've got a variety.
Brilliant.
So you can have a practice, see what works best for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And the general rule of thumb is you need 3 of the teeth to be onto the surface of what you're cutting. So if you're
Okay.
cutting a thicker wire or
Yeah.
a thicker sheet, you need you need a larger saw.
Larger blade.
A larger blade. But best thing about this blade, if you break one, and you will break them, just narrow down the amount that you've got there. So this section here, if you've snapped a blade in half and you want to carry on using it.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that either.
And a lot of them never used to do this. My first saw was fixed, and you can't. That's it. Once it's cut, it's cut. Once it breaks, and you will break them.
Yeah.
And
it's like a guitar string. It's inevitable,
you're
isn't
gonna break
it?
them.
Yeah.
And then when you're practicing to start with, you will break a lot of them. So
Yeah.
this is perfect.
Now, a lot of people are checking this out at £15.90. But you know what, everybody? We're not staying at £15.90. I have to say, because that's the best explanation I've ever had of the saw with the blades,
Really?
ever.
Oh, thank
I was fascinated. I was absolutely...
£6.95.
Yeah.
Said that
Did you
really
read that
well.
then? I didn't even have to read that out then, did I? Flo was like, £6.95? What was that? £6.95? She's right though. I mean, that's
This is
with all
about
the...
£15.
Yeah, well, £15.90 that should be, and we've thrown the blades in.
But anywhere else, this is wow.
And with more than half the price of the saw itself. Now that is a shocker. How many have we got left, Phil? Okay, now we only started off with about 100, and you've taken half the stock already, and that was but that was when it was at £15.90.
Can I say it will come quite oily, and that's just to keep it in transit. So just give it a wipe with a baby wipe or a piece of kitchen towel. But if you've never
Same
tried,
as with our mandrills, isn't
that's
it?
Everything, yeah. If you've never tried sawing a piece of metal or jump rings, you will be addicted. It is fabulous because the amount that you can do then, it's unbelievable.
Saves you wasting all your scrap wire as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, you can cut them up and use them, But if you do have husbands and sons, boyfriends, whatever, they will try and steal it. So hide it.
It's one of those, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite a boy tool, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll go, oh, what's that?
Go on, have it.
Yeah,
It's
so
mine.
hide it with the hammers. Keep it to yourself.
Now, also, just a little bit of a quick message to Gail, Angela, Yvonne, Natasha, Isabel, Amanda, Jenny, Lucy, Miriam, Francesca, Pauline, Suzanne, collectors. Over half the stock has now gone. So that's the best price I've ever seen, including the blades.
Yeah,
£6.95 for the saw would be incredible, but with the blades as well, amazing. Yeah. Fantastic demonstration as always. Your kit has sold out straight away. You're an absolute star. If you'd like to see now the next kit, you think that kit was nice. You want to see the next kit because the golden obsidian. Fleur said the best golden obsidian she has ever. In fact, you went straight and bought it, didn't you?
I went straight online and I bought the larger size as well.
That's how good it is. So we're going to a short break. We've got some fantastic bundles coming up for you and great deals because we have got the wonderful Phil in the producer chair, Phil your boots. So please join us after the break if you possibly can. And another demonstration coming up in an hour's time with our lovely Fleur. So I'll see you in a sec.
Pearls are classic. I mean, who doesn't love pearls? You look at them, they look elegant, they look classy, and they make elegant, classy jewellery when you're creating with them. I think right from the whitest of white pearl to the peach pearl, they're always stunning, and anybody can wear them. They're one of my favourites. You see them, don't you, in expensive jewellers. covered in diamonds. Diamond and pearls are the classic duo, and that's why I love pearls.
Pearls are always a huge seller on Jewellery Maker, and I think it's because there's a huge amount of emotional attachment to them. I think whatever walk of life you come from, whatever your age, you always associate pearls with maybe someone who's worn pearls before you, maybe your grandma, maybe your mum. So there's always that emotional attachment to pearls, and they can be classic, they can be contemporary, they can really be whatever you want them to be, and definitely one of my favourite gemstones.
Did you know that the Jewellery Maker phone number is free from a UK landline? Now you can spend those extra pennies on more shopping. We here at Jewellery Maker love to hear your feedback. So working in conjunction with FIFO, a global ratings and reviews provider, when you purchase a product from JM, you'll receive an email asking you to rate our service and our products. This helps us to bring you excellent customer service and ensure we're bringing you value for money and high quality goods. Have your say with Jewellery Maker FIFO reviews.
Join resident designer Sheila for our Bridal Headwear for Beginners DVD. Sheila will guide you through an array of beautiful bridal designs, including a pearl tiara, the star hair comb, a twisted spiral tiara, and much more. This DVD is packed full of inspiration and helpful hints and tips. To get your hands on a copy, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655.
We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker.
Did you know that no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one postage and packaging fee?
Hello my lovelies, welcome back to Jewellery Maker. Do you know, I'm so excited to be back today. Oh, you know when you feel like like when you come home with your suitcase from the airport and you just want that cup of tea? Oh, yeah. That first cup of tea, do you know what I mean? Yeah. We normally have a rule in our house, no normal tea after 7 o'clock, it's got to be green tea. But last night when we got home, first thing we did, straight out, dumped the suitcases, straight for a curry, came back and my fella said, what do you want to drink? I said, a proper cup of tea. Because when you're on holiday, I don't know whether it's the water, their milk, I don't know what it is. Take your own tea bags and it still doesn't taste the same, does it?
It's the milk.
Is it? I think it's the milk.
It's the milk.
Can't be the water in Switzerland because it's like it's like all the beautiful Volvics and can't think of another one. Give me another water.
Island Spring.
There you go. I've said three. But yeah, so proper cup of tea.
Yeah.
Proper cup of tea. Anyway, right then, well, thank you for joining us. I hope you have all had a lovely Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sorry if I'm a bit late saying Happy New Year, but I've not seen you since Boxing Day. And I feel shortchanged. I feel like I have to say a Happy New Year to every one of you. I do. Now then, I'm going to bring these are lovely. Now, jumbo clasp, because let's face it, on Jewellery Maker sometimes, we bring you some big gemstones, don't we? I mean, some real chunky monkeys, don't we? And you can't then have a little tiny lobster clasp or a little fiddly bolt clasp. Not really, can you? I don't think so anyway. I think it looks out of place. And you worry then about the necklace or piece of jewellery breaking, don't you? Because the clasp isn't substantial enough. So, now, look at these. Look at the size of these. These. Oh, let me show you. Now, I'm going to give you two of these. I'm going to show you. I can only pick one up at a time because they're too big. They're too big. Now then, look at them. Double delight. Oh, that's me and you, Fleur.
It is?
Yeah. 2 lots of these, jumbo, as Fleur would say, jumbo, 925 sterling silver. They're 15 mil, those. I just to prove the point, look, I've got 2. In case you're thinking, have you really got 2? I have. And they're solid 925. I dread to think the amount of silver we've got in these. I mean, that's a lot of silver. Just looking at those, isn't it? That's a lot of silver. Beautiful clasps, just so you're inside there as well, so you can just see all the way around them, okay? Because there's probably people at home saying, can we have a little look inside, Zine? Yeah, of course you can. So there you go, look, big jumbo clasp. Now, what would you do with these, Fleur?
I love doing kumihimo. I'm not very good at it. I'm only a beginner, but I'd love to do a beautiful kumihimo and finish it off with this gorgeous.
Because that's the whole point of these caps, isn't it?
And because it's sterling silver as well, because usually we only have those kind of end caps in silver plated. So to have an actual sterling silver one would be really luxurious.
Yeah. And again, these are great because of the size of them. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. Because of the size of them, they're great for gents as well. They're great for gents jewellery because they're very sizable. Now, we're talking about over 3 grams of silver. Gosh, that's incredible, isn't it? Over 3 grams in each one. In each one. That's substantial. And again, if you like your kumihimo, if you like working with your macrame and you want some of these beauty, because that's where all your ends of your cords go into these caps here as well. Very substantial. Now, it should be £17.90, but it is just the start of 2016, isn't it? Isn't it exciting? Oh, I'm so excited. Isn't it? New year, you get the chance to sort of make some changes and set yourself some little resolution. Have you set yourself a resolution?
I have, yeah.
Have you? What is it, Fleur?
I'm going to make a piece of jewellery and sell it for charity each month, a different charity, because I've got a charity that's very close to my heart.
Oh.
So I'm going to choose a different charity every month and make one piece of jewellery to sell.
Oh, what a Fleur, you can have a round of applause for that. We like that one. That is very selfless. We like that one. Yeah, we're all clapping. Wes clapping.
Oh.
They're all clapping in the gallery. Yeah, look, clap, 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 clap.
Well, like I said to Elle when I was on with Elle, if I give £20 to a charity, it's still only £20. But if I invest £20 into gemstones, I can
make a lot more money for them.
A lot more money, or jump rings, I can make a lot more money than £20.
And that's what you should get the audience to do. Start messaging every month for charity.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
A designated charity once a month, and I'll sell a piece of jewellery.
That's a lovely idea.
And they can have the money for it.
Oh, isn't she lovely? You're lovely.
Well, there's lots of people that do a lot of good out there, and there's lots of people that need help. So, and animals as well, not just humans.
Absolutely.
There's lots of good charities.
Yeah. Oh, not going to tell you mine now because mine sounds really rubbish.
No, come on. What are you going to do, or what aren't you going to do?
I've actually got loads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've got loads. Definitely lose weight. Definitely get fit. Oh, Phil's just said you don't need to lose weight. I love you, Phil. Isn't that nice? Do you have your fingers crossed? You don't need to lose. Yeah, lose a bit of weight, get fit, never be late for work.
You're never late for work.
Well, sometimes with the M42 sometimes. The M42, shocker. And they've just closed the entrance to the M6 near where I live. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare. Just closed it literally the day I got back off holiday. I was like, you're kidding me. So they'll all go on the M42 now. Just in case you all live near me in the West Midlands, just to let you know, they closed the M6 at Junction. I love you, Fleur. That is so selfless of you. I have got some actually nice ones. I'm doing something for charity as well, but I'll tell you later. Now that... Oh, do I have gone? Ooh. Now, we talked earlier about the granddaddy of chainmail, didn't we? Where all chainmail started. This is the... I mean, if I could literally just go great, 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 and just keep going forever... The great granddaddy of all gemstones. And if you do want the diamond look, but let's face it, we can't all stretch to the diamond price, you know. Now look at these. Gorgeous zircon. I just think it's amazing that I get to sit here in the studio and show to you a strand of gemstones that basically enabled human beings to sort of date our own planet. Just because of this gemstone. Now, don't you think that before I talk about any of the other refraction and sparkle and fire and all the bit, don't you think that's amazing? We can date our own planet because of this gemstone.
I think it accentuates how special and how amazing gemstones are.
Doesn't it? Can do that. How magical they are, how fascinating they are. You know, whenever I see a new gemstone that we're launching, or I was researching serpentine today because we've got it in and I just wanted to sort of understand more about it. We know it's beautiful, but you know, where's it come from? Why is it called serpentine, and what's good about it? And you know, and I just find every single one has got its own story. It's like a human being when you sit down and talk about their life and you read their autobiographies, and it's that same thing with gemstones. It's incredible. This is all about sparkle and fire, a fiery gem. Oh. And at 4.5 billion years old. Incredible. Incredible. Now, yeah, in our opinion, look at the clarity there as well. Look at that. Wow. And they're totally natural. These are African zircon. Incredible refraction. Now, yeah, I don't know whether... Now, this is... Now, normally when we put tassels on our gemstone strands, that means they're a bit special, doesn't it? A gems of distinction strand. Now, what if I were to tell you that this was going under £10? What would you think? Zircon, the oldest gemstone of them all. Refraction, sparkle, I mean, they say diamonds are forever. Oh, no. Yeah, you might get diamonds that are, what, billion years old? They're certainly not 4.6 billion years old. I have never seen zircon taken, look at the sparkle there. I've never seen zircon taken to $6.95. Phil, we're definitely allowed to do this. He's just said, well, I don't know, really. Incredible. Genuinely, I've never seen zircon taken to $6.95, Fleur.
I've never seen it that price. I can remember when it first came to Jewellery Maker, and it was a real hefty price tag, and so deservingly as well. I mean, I've got pieces with zircon in, and the amount of people that think they are diamonds. My mum's got a pair of zircon earrings. Everybody always compliments her on her diamond earrings. Yeah. She doesn't tell them. But the ones that know about zircon, she says, oh, it's zircon. Yeah. But then people, as soon as you say zircon, you have to explain about the whole cubic zirconia.
This is exactly the thing. I went to Spa Day with my fella last year, and we were in the shop, and they got some beautiful jewelry, all very well, and it was, and I looked at it, and it was cubic zirconia. And then I said to my fellow, I said, that's the reason, because obviously zircon is so beautiful, so fantastic, but very few. If you went out to High Street now and you lined 100 people up that weren't in the jewellery trade or didn't watch the likes of Gemporia and Jewellery Maker, I'm pretty confident if you lined 100 people up and said, what is zircon, they'd all think cubic zirconia, glass, synthetic. That's what this poor gemstone has to fight against. It has to fight against being called that synthetic impersonator, and yet its claim to fame is that it is the ultimate gemstone. It is the oldest gemstone. It is one of the most special of all gemstones in the world because of that history, that longevity. And the reason that's important, people say to me, why does that matter? Well, if you think of the changes that planet Earth has had to go through, all that extreme sort of pressure and all the tectonic plates of all the countries and the landmass, and driving the likes of the Himalayan mountains from 9 miles below the ocean up into the Himalayan mountains. I mean, it's just mind-blowing. Volcanoes and temperature and pressure, and yet this has withstood them all. Incredible. And just to own that, for me, I don't care whether you put that into jewellery or not. In my opinion, honestly, $6.95. I mean, gosh, my fella and I mean, especially the prices in Switzerland, you know, we bought, gosh, that wasn't even a third of a pizza price in Switzerland, and yet you're getting the oldest gemstone of all. That, for me, is a privilege of owning.
It is, and I would like to get something like that for my boys, because they love dinosaurs and they love all that kind of thing. They love gemstones as well. The amount of times they're in my workshop picking gemstones up, and they'd love something like that, because when you get those magazines with a tiny little piece on the front, you know, and it's that price for a magazine. Yeah, exactly. You could get a whole strand and go to our Jewellery Maker library, with the gemstone library, the
learning library.
Print it out, and there you've got your
own.
It
is. It's a great hobby to get kids started into actually collecting gems. It really is. Debbie in New Jersey, Happy New Year, lovely girl. She just said, I have a rose con ring that I never thought was real. I recently found out how rare the colour is. Yeah, if you've got a rose zircon, I'd get that independently insured is what I would do, Debbie in New Jersey. You're absolutely right. They are superbly rare.
My eternity ring's blue zircon and Ethiopian opal.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think red zircon is probably one of the hardest to come by. Blue zircon's probably the most popular. Rose, very rare indeed. And then the brown zircon's gorgeous. Love brown zircon. Where did I just get this from? Did you give it me? Oh, sorry. No idea where I got it from then. I'm so busy chatting about it. Okay, which one are we doing now, darling? Oh, you're going to love these. These for me are brilliant for gents, for ladies jewellery. Brand new. They've never been on their own before. Myself, my producer, and our lovely Fleur commented on these earlier, didn't we? These pencils. Now, you've never seen these before. They are brilliant. Look at these. These. And I've got 3 of them for you. They're silver-plated brass. They're classed as what we call a pencil charm. Now, have you ever seen anything like that? Now, these are actually amethyst look. So just to prove to you the point that I've got 3 of them, I'll just show you 2. Silver plated brass at the top, pencil charm because of this exact pencil shape look, obviously. And they are 50 carats of natural amethyst. Okay, now see if I can hold them all up together. Let's see if I can get them all on my tweezers, because... Now then, here we go. Let me show you these. Here we go. So I'm gonna show you. And it also, for me, shows the variation of colour of amethyst there, look. Can you see, look, all the shades of amethyst in each one of those pencils? Looks really organic, doesn't it, almost? Really, really does. Now, I mean, if you think about it, we're only 4 weeks away from this being February's birthstone. Not far away from it. I mean, we're already into the garnet birthstone world, aren't we? Wow. Now, I've only got 50 of these. If you do want them, do you know what I would do with those, actually? I'd have those on a really... You know when we had that 1 metre sterling silver chain earlier? Yeah. The oval link chain? I'd have that on a long 30-inch. Yeah. Long, and have it down sort of on the chest line. $6.95 for all 3? What's he doing? What's he doing, everyone? The Happy New Year has got to his brain. I love them. In fact, I'm going to get one and I'm going to twist it around to show you all the different hues. They're fascinating, look. And that pencil shape is just... Look at that. Look how interesting that is. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the variation of hues in the purple as it shoots down that pencil look. So that it's got quite... In fact, that's got quite a wide... Oh, half the stock's gone already.
Do you know that on a piece of leather?
Yeah.
For gents' jewellery.
For gents'
as well.
jewellery, yeah.
Or a chainmail, necklace. Really substantial chainmail.
Yeah, because you've done some gents' jewellery in your next chainmail demonstration, and we were talking about it earlier about gents and their jewellery and how certainly sort of amongst the sort of surfer dudes and people in their 20s and their teens and gents, it's nice to see actually. I think it's great. I do. My fella doesn't wear. Well, our fellas don't wear any jewellery, do they?
Not at all.
We were talking about this, weren't we?
Yeah. Mark wears a watch. That's it.
Yeah. My fella doesn't even wear a watch. Doesn't even do that.
No, Mark's only wears a watch.
But that, now, I mean, you could have those if you wanted to. I haven't got an earring one, so I have to just hold it up with my fingers. But those would be really cool. They're gone. Look at those. Oh, I think they'd be really cool earrings as well.
They would be nice earrings, those, actually. Yeah.
Really nice, aren't they?
Yeah.
And with those, you've got an earring, a pair of earrings and a pendant. Look at... Deb and Val, Deb and her mum Val, Happy New Year, everyone. Have they all gone? Sorry. I tell you what, I know these were our New Year's Eve balloons, but I'm feeling a bit Halloweeny. Is anybody else? Orange and black, you always feel a bit Halloweeny, don't you?
Yeah.
Just put those back there. Oh, now then. Oh, gosh, this is... Talking to Deb, that's just come on as a customer, Deb made me the most fantastic labradorite pendant at the Christmas party. She presented it to me and I took it to Switzerland with me. Oh, it's lovely. Wore it all the time. And the quality of our labradorite, let me just show you one of these. This is one of the best strands of labradorite we've ever seen. Now, can you see? Look at that. Is that not one of the most magical things you've ever seen? I mean, you think that's completely natural. I mean, look at the... Let's just see the colours. I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm going to put this across to you, Fleur. Just name me some of the colours you can see there, my friend.
I can see coppers, yellows, greens, pinks, like an orangey pink down by your finger, blues, peacock greens, bright yellow. At the
Look at that. Rare turquoise, rare pink. I mean, it's magical, isn't it?
And I bet if you flipped it over on the other side, it's completely different and you see different colours. It's one of these...
Let's do what you've asked me to do.
It's just the most amazing gemstone.
Oh, look at that pink. Oh.
I don't think even Steven Spielberg, with all his special effects, can create something like this.
Exactly. And do you know what? It does not matter. Even if I go to one on the end, look, doesn't matter which one. Go to the smaller one on the end because we've graduated them to give you all the variation of size. Look at that. Look at that. So we've got I mean, look at it, how it shimmers there. Look at it just on the edge. Isn't that cool? Look at that, look at that. Look at that. I mean, it's just, and again, just go to the next one. Doesn't matter which one. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at that. Do you see what I mean? Every single one. And they're double-sided. They're all natural. You've got this pure magic. Every single one, look. And if you talk to, I mean, I know the likes of, again, look. This has been known as, doesn't matter how, oh, look at that one there, look at that one. Look at that one. Look at that one. Oh. Do you know, that's like a New Year's Eve party fireworks going off inside a stone, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, look at the blue, look at the blue, look at the blue. Look at the blue on this one. I haven't even shown you this one, look. Look at that. Look at that blue, look if I just hold it still. Incredible. Do you know, and he's just taken 280 carats, 260 carats, I do apologise. 2, 4, 6, 7. Now, you could make easily 7 pendants out of that. Yeah. I mean, I've got 7 pendants on this particular one, look. I mean, look at that one there. This is like the quality of the labradorite that Deb gave me for Christmas, and it is and you know, every time I wear it, strangers comment.
Yeah,
every time.
Well, it is the most amazing gemstone. But I can remember before I was a guest designer when I used to watch and used to think, oh, does it really look like that when it gets home? You
think it's like our camera's being a bit devious,
and then
or
when
being
you get it home,
and it's even better.
It's even better than. Even better than it's when you just open that bag and you can see it through the bag. Yeah. And you just think, wow, and take it outside. Wherever you are, it just talks to everybody as it's going by.
It just demands attention, actually, doesn't it? It's nothing subtle. It is an attention seeker. It absolutely is. A massive congratulations. And I am limited on this. And at $19.90. I mean, let's say you made one pendant, one necklace with just one of those on. I mean, how much would you do for a labradorite? How much would you ask for a labradorite single pendant?
Just if that was just on a chain, about £30–35 for me, I think. Definitely.
That's right, so you've made your money back in one sale.
Yeah.
Okay, you've got to add on your clasp, you've got to add on, whether you add on sterling silver, or whatever you may add on. But that's not going to cost you another £15, is it? No. For a clasp and a bit of sterling silver.
Well, the metre-long chain.
We did that for £9.95, yeah.
So you do at least 2 necklaces.
Yeah,
with that.
Absolutely. Deb, hello, gorgeous. What a stunning strand it is, isn't it, gorgeous girl? I love JM's Labradorite. Well, we're with you, my friend. Happy New Year, Zena and Fleur. Happy New Year to you and your mum. Happy New Year.
She's my bead sister.
You what, darling?
She's my bead sister.
Is she?
Deb, yeah.
Why is she your bead sister?
Because me and Deb, I've known each other for quite a long time, and we went out one day and someone thought we were sisters. So
she's very attractive, isn't she, Deb?
We were like bead sisters.
She's really attractive. Lovely blonde lady. Yeah. Very attractive blonde lady. Can pay me later, Deb. Happy New Year, Gorge. Happy New Year. Oh, we've got some goodies down here, haven't we? Got triangular jump rings as well. Ooh. Can we do those now? Brilliant. Now, could you do chainmail with triangular jump rings?
Yep, you can. Wherever it says in your pattern or your recipe, however you want to think of it, add a closed jump ring, you can add one of these.
Any shape?
Any shape. It gives a real contemporary look to your...
Doesn't it just? Look at these.
But the best I like to do is if you just link one into one, and they look like little bunting, because it all hangs down like bunting.
I love bunting.
Yeah, and then it looks great. But they're not only just for chainmail, you can use them for your resin, your jewel enamel, your polymer clay.
Yeah. They're totally versatile, yeah. I just immediately thought of chainmail because I've got you on the show. But yeah, and again, every time we're making jewellery, you just want something different, don't we?
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I saw a beautiful design on the Jewellery Maker page of someone doing some Japanese flowers, the chainmail flowers, and they use the squares and the beautiful triangles as well, and they just look really lovely in chainmail.
Just cool, aren't they? Like you say, just totally contemporary.
Yeah, really, really lovely. You can wire wrap them into designs as well.
Yeah,
so if you
absolutely.
Wanted some, on a headband or something like that, they just look brilliant. They are just very versatile, these.
How many are we getting of these? How many are you getting? Let's have a look. 100? Ooh! And they're 7mm, so a nice generous size as well. Now, I've only got 30 available. Well, started with 30. I haven't got that many left now, I'm afraid, my lovelies. £6.95. That's incredible. £6.95. Wow. Wow, that is like 7p each? Have I just worked that out right? 7p, just less than 7. If we still had half p's, we don't have half p's. I miss half p's.
I miss half p's as well.
I do miss half p's. I have half francs in Switzerland. It was quite nice seeing that again with a half on it.
But see, nowadays, us ladies have such big handbags, we'd never find all the little half pennies in the bottom.
Oh, yeah. We do. Big handbags have just grown in size over the years, haven't they?
It's because big handbags make you look smaller. Like big
Is that
jewellery
what it
makes you look
is?
smaller. Yeah.
This is where I keep going wrong. I
You
keep
get a
buying
big
small
handbag and
handbags.
put it next to you.
Ah,
You
I
look
need a big
smaller.
handbag for my birthday. My boyfriend's going to buy me a handbag and a purse for my birthday, apparently.
Ah.
Well, it was supposed to be for Christmas and we never went shopping. We didn't have time.
Oh,
On the way back through the airport, yes, I said, am I still getting a handbag and a purse for Christmas? He went, yes.
Now I'm just going to wait for your birthday.
Yeah. Can I just say a massive hello to Jessie, Christine, Cheryl's had 2, Collectors, Judith, Asunta, what a great name. Alison Margaret's had 2, Ninetta, hello Gorge, Elizabeth, Angela, Isabel, Eileen. Oh, it's all the gang here on a Sunday. Ooh. I love it when we get everybody in at the weekend. I do, because I think, well, that's your time. You know, assuming you work 9 to 5 or whatever. Sunday tends to be your day of doing what you want to do. Do you find that? I do.
Yeah, like a Jewellery Maker lock-in.
Yeah, it's like your treat day, isn't it, when you can do... I said to my fella today when I left and he was going to do all these different jobs, and I said, look, it's your last day before you go back to work and, you know, have a little chill.
Have a little rest.
Although, God help him if you haven't done what I asked him to do when I get home. I'm only joking, Mark. Now then, can I introduce you to a very elegant... These have just been on reorder. I think these are so elegant. Really, just present the jewellery to perfection. They really, really, really do. Really, really do. Now, what I love about this as well is this is a very clever little piece of... I don't know if I can show you this. Can you see? Look, hang on. Can I put my... Let me see if I can put my finger through it so you can see it. There we go. Can you see? Look, there's a little bit of elastic there, look. There you go. Now, you might think, well, hang on. Why have you got that? But that's to secure your jewellery into place so that people can't grab it off as well. You just feed it. I'll show you what I mean. Now, obviously, when our lovely Fleur has... Now, Fleur, you've actually demonstrated your necklace in the kit later on one of these. When you've made a really, really sort of elongated, beautiful, dramatic piece, you pop it onto a bust like that, and it it makes it seem more expensive, doesn't it? That's the point, I think, as well, and demonstrates how it should sit properly.
That's it, yeah. And I think with the velvet ones, I mean, we had the velvet bags when I was on with Elle in the 12 o'clock hour. They just scream luxury. Anything that's velvet looks and feels more luxurious. And I think because you've got great for photographing your jewellery, because you've got no glare back, so you've got no shiny surface or anything like that. You've got a beautiful beautiful look for when you are photographing your jewellery.
Exactly, for photographing, for displaying it, if you've got a market stall as well, because the great thing is, because we do different sizes, you want the tall ones at the back ideally as well. Just let me show you this, so that was on your craft stall, and you got a lovely, let's say you got, you'd knotted them all and there was a nice clasp on the end. Well, that looks lovely, yeah, great. Does it make you want to buy it as much as seeing it on here? Do you see the difference? And I know it sounds really silly, but look at and look how much more desirable that looks, doesn't it?
And when people are looking at your craft stalls and that, they expect to see the most expensive pieces.
Absolutely,
because
it
portrayed like this in the back.
Yeah.
You know, and that's when you can say, well, actually, it's not hundreds of pounds. It is this, but it's genuine gems. And when it's flat on the surface, it doesn't show, like you say, it doesn't show them off to their full potential. Whereas putting them onto these beautiful busts really does.
They are.
And these are great because you can pin into them as well.
Exactly. Pin to them, you can hold on to them at the back with that little piece of elastic. And they're nice and slimline as well, so they don't actually take up that much space, do they? And if you look at, if I can tilt this up just to show you, look. Now that sounds odd, but that floor space there, look. That sort of, it's not very big, look.
But it will hold a substantial weight of necklace. Does you have a great big necklace.
Because of the weight. It's like it's streamlined or ergonomic almost, isn't it?
And what you can do as well...
Oh, excuse me. Oh, just something. I do apologise.
If you put some monofilament or elastic around the top, you can
Yeah.
hang your earrings. You just put it around the neck
Yeah, of
piece.
course. Sorry, yes, about around that bit. Or your bracelet almost around that bit as well.
So,
Yeah.
and you can hang your earrings.
Now, with Susan in Suffolk, who actually bought this, popped onto the website, onto the FIFA review, and she said it shows off my long necklaces wonderfully. And yeah, that's exactly the point. £8.95. And again, if you look into, next time you're on the high street or you're in a big department store, okay, have a look at how the jewellery's displayed. And it's these beautiful, slender, elongated, gorgeous, soft velvet lined busts. They're so complimentary to your jewellery. I'll just give you an idea of size. They're 33.5 centimetres by 19 centimetres, and they're very substantial. And they're just beautifully made. £8.95, brilliant. You can start to build your stock up, can't you?
Yeah, you can. I mean, other places you can expect to see a 1 in front of that. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, have a look on the internet. Have a look. Yeah, absolutely, brilliant. I've got these in my wardrobe. And I look ever so posh because I open my double wardrobes and there's all the T-bar, the ring holders, and everything I've got. It's all displayed on there. I just go, yeah, I'll have that one. Yeah, I'll have that one. Because the thing is, for years I kept all my jewellery in boxes, in like a jewellery box, and hidden away. You forget they're there.
And you don't wear it,
No,
and it gets
what's the
tangled.
point?
And that's brilliant.
Right then. Now, pearls. When we had the awards ceremony, they're in your favourite gemstones, just behind tanzanite. So you voted, Jewellery Maker audience, you voted this gem, this beautiful organic June birthstone, as your second favourite gemstone. Just came in after tanzanite. Now look at those. They're natural, beautiful pearls, freshwater cultured pearls. Perfect rondelles, and they're just divine. 7x5mm. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, everything about that just screams perfection, doesn't it?
It's beautiful, aren't
they? They are. They make you feel special.
Timeless, elegant.
Yeah. And straight away, look, I've got a top on. Yeah, it's got a bit of bling in it. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it. But look how that just finishes everything off, doesn't it? Look at it from a distance. From a distance. But look at that, look. See what I mean? Now, if I actually take it off the neckline, I'll show you on the neckline again. And then look. Okay, fine, yeah. But straight away, it's more glamorous.
It's a finished article.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. They're gorgeous. I'll just show you them as, because I love stretchy bracelet with a pearl. I know that's a bit decadent to sort of put them on a stretchy bracelet, but I just think add a bit of colour as well. And I think they look. And again, imagine that as little bridesmaids presents. Imagine if you've got, say, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've seen people with 7 bridesmaids, 9 bridesmaids. You add that in with, let's say, perhaps like a couple of blue chalcedonies in there, or a couple of blue tanzanites for new beginnings. You could make that quite cost effectively, and then that could be your bridesmaid gifts. And how lovely to have a pearl and tanzanite, pearl and tanzanite bracelet for bridesmaids. Be lovely, wouldn't it? I don't think that'd be lovely. Okay, we're going to take that gorgeous strand of pearls. I'm going to give you a cheeky count for that, and they're hand drilled. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. I'm not finished yet. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 60. I've got 69 pearls on there. Now that, bearing in mind you've got beautiful iridescence, you've got a good size, you've got a beautiful shape, they're natural, they're genuine. So the first thing you've got to think about when you buy a pearl is it real? Yeah, absolutely real. Beautiful iridescence, you've got the colour, you've got the size, you've got the shape. That equates to, and they've been hand drilled for you as well, which is a complex task as well. 14 pence a pearl. I mean, the price does not reflect the quality of our pearls. And I tell you again, go on the FIFA website, have a look at all of the Jewellery Maker audience, all of your comments on pearls and the quality of our pearls. And I think that's the thing to mention, isn't it, Fleur?
It is.
It is the quality of the pearls. It's just it's incredible for the price point.
I went somewhere over Christmas and New Year that sold pearls, and I couldn't believe that they were real, but they didn't even look real.
No.
Although they were, you know, like Baroque type shapes.
Yeah.
They just had no luster
No.
to them. They were ours are just top notch.
Absolutely.
Really, really are.
Gorgeous. And you do want, for me personally, when I'm buying pearls, for me, yes, it's the colour, depending on what that colour may be. But for me, it's the iridescence or the orient, as it is with a pearl, that every time. And these just, I don't know whether it's coming through on the camera enough, but again, when you get them into, thing to mention, right? When you look at pearls, do you know the best time to view them? Do you know this, Fleur? Best time to view a pearl? Balanced daylight, so sort of about midday. Okay, so as it's gone through the morning, just before it goes into the full afternoon, balanced light of around about midday. If you get a pearl in balanced light, that's when you see that it's absolutely at its absolute best. Brilliant deal, fantastic. So well done, everybody. Congratulations, everyone. Sapphire, Dawn, Collector Anne, and Collectors coming in. If you want to just check yourselves out, my lovelies, I am limited on that one. A lot of things we're bringing you today is actually last of stock. Same again, so we're going to tell you that right now. Oh, Steve and I were talking about Savarite Garnet on holiday. We were talking about Savarite Garnet and just how special it is. When we talk about, we've just talked about Tanzanite, haven't we? 1,000 times rarer than diamond. Now, do you know how much rarer than an emerald this is? 1,000 times. So, your Tanzanite's 1,000 times rarer than a diamond. This is 1,000 times rarer than emerald. Emerald, for goodness sake. Do you know the great thing as well with Savarite Garnet? You get that level of glow every time. That colour, that saturation, and yet it's a rich green, isn't it? It's a really leafy green. You know, or a fresh, you know, when you see a freshly cut sort of meadow, or you go and, have you ever been somewhere and you play croquet, darlings? Have you ever played croquet? Oh, croquet's a brilliant game. Oh, do you know, croquet is one of those games, if you've never played it, try and get somebody to teach you how to play it, because it is so competitive. Oh, it's fantastic fun. I went to a naming ceremony once and they had a butler with pims and lemonade and posh cocktails and things, and they played croquet. It was brilliant. And everybody thought, croquet looks really boring for old fuddy duddies. It's amazing. But the reason, it's that freshly cut, streamlined, beautiful, the cricket grass when it's all been, or a football pitch when it's all been beautifully mowed and it's all streamlined and perfection. It's that gorgeous, leafy, grassy green. And look at it, it's like that for me is, I think it's like what sort of, like kryptonite would have been on Superman. Yeah. Because it glows, doesn't it?
It does. It's got that inner glow.
Yeah,
beautiful.
It's like a superhero green. Now, hang on a second, that's a double strand, 60 carats of a gemstone that is 1,000 times rarer than an emerald. We're about to take it to a never before seen, it is last of stock. That should be an illegal price point. Look at the green against my skin tone. It bounces off the skin tone, doesn't it? It does stand out. It really, really does. It's just... Have you ever worked with Savarite Garnet, Fleur?
No, I haven't, but when I was 40 last year,
You're never 40.
I was last year. I'm 21 this year.
I'm 45 on Friday. It's shocking.
No. I asked your cousin Steve, what should I buy? What gemstone should I buy?
For your 40th?
For my 40th. And he said to me, buy Savarite Garnet, but good luck getting it.
Yeah.
He said Savarite Garnet is the one. He could have said Tanzanite or Zarite. Yeah. Any one of those really rare, but he said Savarite Garnet.
Well, actually, that's what we were talking about when we were away. He said he's just bought some of the most incredible Savarite Garnet he has ever seen. And look at that for quality. That's I mean, that for me, again, like your zircon earlier, in fact, that with zircon would look spectacular from earlier. That really is a giveaway prize. If you have a look at in fact, go onto the Jewellery Maker website right now. You won't find any other Savarite Garnet. That's why this is exceptional. This is, in fact, I did say to Steve, I said, look, have a watch, I'll be on tomorrow morning. I actually genuinely hope he's not watching that, because $7.95 is incredible. He'd be like, what are we doing? What are you doing? But we can. So we're going to clear the vault, haven't we? We had that sale before Christmas. We've got to clear the vault. Still. Now, these will all go. I can tell you that right now. Dawn's got 2, Ingrid's got 2, Margaret's got 2. That for me so far is the deal of the day.
And it's this month's birth gemstone. If people don't like red, I mean, it's one of the only ones that you can swap.
Yeah, I mean, this is my birthstone.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, people automatically think like Rajasthan garnet or rhodolite garnet. They think red, but you think of the Zambanja demantoid garnet, the Savarite garnet, spessartine garnet. So many variations of garnet, hessonite garnet. But this, for me, is one of the most special, Savarite garnet. I love it.
People love green gemstones.
Well, chrome darkside's my favourite.
Yeah, I love chrome darkside. And I never was a green, I never used to like green, but green now for gemstones for me is the only colour that I want.
I love it.
I don't want any other colour. And I did get chrome darkside, so I didn't go what Steve said, I got chrome darkside.
Did you? Yeah.
But I just love that darker, for me that's the green that I love.
It's rich, it's decadent, it's got a luxury to it, yeah. That, in fact, if there's any of them going at the end, I'm having that. Can you write the code down for me, Phil? Thank you. Ooh, got some curb chain. Oh, you lucky things. Well, the chain we had, oh no, I say chain, it's a ready-made now. Oh, now, did you see earlier, look? Let me just prove this to you. A little bit earlier, if you were watching, we said about the fact that we had that oval link chain, that 1 metre that we took to that really naughty price. And we said it's great when you use it as an extended chain, look. You see, look. So there you go, and that's how we use it, look. There's your 2-inch extender. There's your little tag, look, with your 925 hallmark. There's your bolt ring clasp. This is a ready-made necklace. When it says finished curb chain, we could have used a shorter one, just said it's a necklace, because that's what it is. Now, the curb chain, I love curb chains because I think they're totally unisex. They're just perfect for masculine or feminine. Look at that. And look how tightly woven the chain is. How neat and tidy. Does that make sense? It's like a neat and tidy chain. Now, I've actually seen these being created by a chain machine, and it is fascinating. It's almost as if it knits and crochets and delivers this beautiful finish. I mean, look at that. So it's a 40 centimetre, okay, which is roughly 16 inch. So it's 16 to 18 inch because you've got a 5 centimetre extender. So if you want to go into inches as opposed to centimetres, that is your standard classic 16 to 18 inch, ready-made, 925 sterling silver. I'll show you on the neckline, because again, you can add your gemstones if you want to, or you can have it just beautifully standalone with that. Well, look at that. Gosh, that almost looks rhodium plated, doesn't it? Because look at that, how white a silver that is. That is sparkling, isn't it?
I love silver. Silver's my favourite.
I have got to say, Steve Bennett bought his eldest daughter for her birthday, because her birthday's New Year's Eve, the most incredible tanzanite. It was a whopper. But he had it set into 925 sterling silver, which of course we hardly ever do because of the value of tanzanite. And because of that lustre of the silver, it was stunning. Absolutely stunning. Now, look at that. Isn't it? I mean, look at that. Perfection in a chain. 925 solid sterling silver. It's a fully finished necklace. Beautiful. Now, that is what is classed as a curb chain. Most of you going for 2. And again, do you know what I do? I'm going to let you into a secret, right? I used to tell everybody this on the lounge when I presented on the lounge. What I do is, it's a busy time. You know, you've got the whole year of birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, christenings, everything you could be invited to this year, and all your friends' birthdays and your family's birthdays. When I see deals like this, I get them, pop them into a little, well, they, with a little anti-tarnishing square, pop them into a gift box, which I keep in my garage or in one of my spare bedroom. And it just, every time you've got a present, instead of that last minute thing when you're thinking, I haven't got anything, and you're rushing, you buy something you don't want to buy, you've got a stock of really good presents that, let's face it, nobody's going to know you'd spent $7.95. They're going to think you spent £25, £30, aren't they? And I know it's not about the money.
No, it's not.
It isn't.
But sometimes, if you buy a box of chocolates and a bunch of flowers to somebody, that's like nearly £20 by the time you've spent your flowers and your chocolates.
And your flowers, they've gone in a week or two.
That's it.
This is, and you can always look back and think, every time I look back a piece of a jewellery, I think, who bought it me, or where did I get it? Yeah. And it has an emotional connection
It does. And not everybody likes big beaded jewellery. Some people do like a nice, beautiful, simple chain with a pendant. Yeah. Just with one gemstone as a pendant, or with a wire woven pendant.
Yeah,
however you want to present it. But some people do like just that nice, beautiful, clean looking chain.
Yeah. Now, if you're looking at this thinking, oh, that's really lovely, Z, it's brilliant price, thank you very much, great, but I want something a little bit more delicate looking. I have here, if I can find it. Where are you? Oh, here we are. Now, a Rolo chain's got a totally different look, and that's what I love about all the curb chain, oval link, mini curb, Rolo, Figaro, detailed, trace chain, box chain. The list is endless because of the variety of chains. Now look at this. Now, we might even beat the price we've just gone to on the curb necklace. Solid 925 sterling silver again. Now look at that, very different. It's more open, isn't it? So you can see the little sort of Rolo links there, look. Those beautiful little sort of Rolo circles there going through. Oh yeah, let's go a little bit closer on that if we can, because that's really pretty. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that so charming, isn't it?
That's my preferred one.
Rolo's one of my favourite.
Yeah.
I do like it.
The way it moves, I think it's just beautiful.
Yeah. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. Look at that. I like it because you can see through to the skin tone.
Yeah.
That's what I like. And it does, although it's got, you know, it's very, very durable, it's got that slightly more delicate finish, hasn't it?
But it was still, like the curb chain, hold a substantial weight of the pendant.
That's what I mean. They've got a great tensile strength to them. They're really well made. Again, you've got the silver disc. So you've got the 925 sterling silver disc. You've got the bolt ring clasp there, 925. You've got your extended chain. Again, it's 16 to 18 inch, and it's just incredible. £6.95.
Can't buy a coffee.
I mean, I challenge you. Try and buy a decent sandwich and a packet of crisps for that.
You can't. Or a coffee and a cookie.
Coffee and a cookie, yeah. I mean, it is incredible value for money. But that's what we love to do for you here on Jewellery Maker. We know that generally you're making jewellery for your friends, for your family, or you're buying your gemstones and your findings and your storage to make jewellery like Fleur. To sell your jewellery, and you've got a business going, and for that reason you need to be able to buy cost effectively. It's like a florist when they go to the flower market and then they put they make them and they put the time and they use all their talent to arrange the flowers beautifully and put them with a beautiful gift bow and whatever foliage, and then they add what is the additional and that's how they make their money. It's the same with you. You know, if we were bringing you the true recommended retail price on this, it makes it hard for you to sell your jewellery. Then that's the whole reason we cut out all those middlemen, source direct, bring you all the things ourselves, and that way we can take all those levels of what that is classed as markup that other people would put on the high street, we can take those off. And then you have the ability for yourselves, if you sell your jewellery, to add that on for yourself. It's clever, isn't it?
It is.
Clever. So really pretty. Linda's got 2, Collector in Oregon's got 3. Happy New Year to you. Belinda's got 2, Kathleen's got 2, Dawn's got 2, Christine's got 2, Sheila's got 3. Good for you. Collectors had 2 in Surrey. Elizabeth in Lancashire's got 2. Anne and Tina, collectors coming on this. I've got a lot of telephone buyers on this actually, because $6.95. I think that's the naughtiest price we could possibly ever go to on a silver chain, isn't it? So how many have I got left, Phil? Just so that everybody knows. Okay, we've got about 100 left, okay, so you can see how busy it is today. So thank you for watching, but what a brilliant deal. Brilliant. Fantastic. Oh, now, can I just say, when I came in early today, I said to my lovely producer, I said, I love these. I love these. Now, I've got to tell you just quickly, for Christmas, bought my neighbour one of these. I didn't have time to make it myself. I know, really, I didn't have time. But I bought her, like this, just on a piece of ribbon, couple of black gemstones that they wouldn't have been real, and she's not watching, but it was $14.95. She loves it. If only I'd had these, I'd have made it myself, and I could have made 10 of them. Yeah, absolutely. I think these are good. I've only got 16. Oh, come on, look at these. I think these are good. We've got a Valentine's Day coming up, haven't we? 14th of Feb. I know we've only just come out of Christmas and New Year, but let's face it, 14th of February with us before we know it. Now, aren't they fabulous? I mean, just that with the silver chain we've just done. Can I show you that look? I mean, just with that look. I know it's a different type of, because it's the black plated, but I like the contrast. Now look at that. No, isn't that lovely just on its own, look?
It's very reminiscent of a very, very high...
Isn't it? A very high-end company that, launched Tanzanite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popped it in a blue box, you'd never know the difference.
Yeah. Look at that. Just put, I mean, okay, I'd personally pop it on the ribbon because I think it looks lovely on the ribbon. But I just wanted to show it you on the chain there. These are the black-plated brass fancy heart connectors. They're classed as connectors, but I'd make a feature pendant of them. I really would. Yeah. I really would. I think they're lovely. Now, as I said, I've only got, I've only got half the stock left. Sorry. Less than half the stock left, in fact. Janet, good luck. Pauline, Emily, Janet, Anne, you've got to be ever so quick, my lovelies, because everybody's coming in on the telephones. Gail, Sheila, it's a first come, first served, I'm afraid. You're getting a lot of them as well. You're getting 10 of them. 10 of them. That's incredible. 10 of them. So, Angela, Gail, Sheila. Oh, Gail's got them. Oh, she didn't hang around. She said, oh, Zin, I'll have them. Sylvia, I'm a bit gutted, actually. They're lovely. But you imagine, I mean, you imagine one of those on a piece of ribbon. You could just knot the ribbon. Don't even need a clasp.
No, you could do a sliding knot on the back.
Saw those in some of these accessory shops in town. That'd be selling for £10 easily.
Oh, definitely.
Wouldn't it?
Absolutely, definitely.
Minimum.
Yeah, bit of Eslon.
Yeah.
Or whatever, yeah.
Job
perfect.
done. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now then, oh, the Xuron. The Xuron. Needs that man that introduces the big new blockbuster films, don't we? That's what we need him. We need his voice. Now then, these are your Xuron short nose pliers. First, I'm going to tell you, again, we always talk about this, but what we love about Jewellery Maker specific tools, or as in, you know, for jewellery making, is this, they've got a lightness to them, haven't they? So they're not heavy.
Yeah, they are. They're
a joy to use.
They are the supercar of,
aren't they?
Of pliers, this brand of pliers.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we talked about, again, in the awards, pliers come up in some of your favourite tools that we've got. And again, it's that gentleness. You can just caress them close. And because they've got that spring action, you don't have to pull them back out again with the hand. They just spring back into open position. They're genius. I love the colour even. And again, these are great for do-it-yourself, electronic work, hobbies, crafts, jewellery, bead stringing. Now, what I am going to ask Fleur, because Fleur, you're way more experienced than me as a jewellery maker, why would you go for short nose pliers?
If you're using wires that are slightly thicker, so above a 1mm gauge, so like our old style square profile jump rings or our 2mm bare copper wire, when you're using those for jump rings, if you've got the longer, thinner nosed pliers, then the strength of that jump ring can damage the length and the fineness. If I just... Where's my really fine ones?
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
So as you can see there, see how fine these ones are. So these are absolutely brilliant for the sterling silver and you know, the 1mm wires. When you get into bigger wires and more heavy gauge work and heavy gauge chainmail, you need these, and these are your workhorses. These short nose pliers. These are the ones that are. They're great. They're still great for the sterling silver. They're still great for the 1mm wire. They're great for everything. They are the all-rounder workhorse.
But again, like you say, then that makes sense, because if you've got a shorter, like, that's going to be more
power.
Absolutely, yeah. Whereas the longer it goes, you draw the power across the whole of the blade, the pliers, so to speak. That makes total sense. I get it now. Okay, I'm just putting that behind so you can actually see them. So these are your classic Xuron. Now, whenever these are on, these are so popular. I've only got 12 pairs. That's it, I'm afraid. Sorry. I don't know when we're going to get these in stock again. Don't forget our £2.95 post and packaging still stays in place for the entire day, 12 midnight till 12 midnight the next day. Now, Dawn saw that we've got Dawn's had two. Great for gifts as well. Diane's got them, Paula's got them, Asunta's got them, Kitty's got them. Hello, Kitty. Or it's Helen in Cheshire, Christina in the Channel Islands, Maureen, Anne, well done. Happy New Year to you all. Diane, Paula. Esther in the Vale of Glamorgan's just take two, so I've only got half the stock available. They will sell out in a few more seconds. Darren in Surrey, you could be in the mix there if you get them checked out. And Nicolette in Surrey and Sheila in Aberdeenshire. Nicolette in Surrey's just taking two of them, so that's taking us down to 4. So I've only got 4 chances left. 3 chances left. It's going to... Maxine, my mum in the US, Happy New Year, gorgeous face. Yeah, there's 1 left.
And you only need 2 pairs to do chainmail. That's all you need to make chainmail.
That's another good point too. That's
so
why
everybody's buying 2.
Yeah, I think that's why people are doing it.
Yeah,
2 of those to do chainmail.
Yeah.
See? Oh, well done. Okay, now this is the last... Oh, lovely gem. Now, let's have some purdy pink. Rhodochrosite. Now we're going very naughty on this. I've got very, very limited. Okay, here we go. Let me just get these. Now, these are... I don't class myself as a very pink girl, but when it comes to the likes of morganite and kunzite and rhodochrosite, then I just think, look at that. I mean, it's the raspberry ripple, isn't it, of a gemstone? Look at that. Don't make you want to go home and have some frozen yoghurt.
No ice cream.
Oh, you see, no, I'm into frozen yoghurt now.
Or sorbet. I like sorbet.
Do you know, I used to work in an Italian restaurant. Do you remember the singer, Renato? Save your love, my darling, save your... I used to work for him. And, bless him. I served a couple of ladies that were very well-to-do in the restaurant. She asked for sorbet, and I took it over, and I'll never forget this. I was only about 14. And she said to me, I always remember, very posh, put the sorbet down, and I scooped it all out into them little... Looked really cool. And she said, didn't realise it'd be cold. Eh? Sorry? It's sorbet, love. I just was the oddest thing. She went, I didn't realise it would be cold. You stand there and think, well, what do you say to that? Because you don't want to make them, you know, you don't want to say anything rude or, you know, go... Right, I told you he was clearing the vault, didn't I, young Phil? He's gone naughty again. Now, anybody knows that watches Jewellery Maker regularly, $6.95 is our baseline price, so he's limboed under the baseline price, that cheeky monkey. Again, lots of people going for two. Now, again, Rhoda, now imagine that with the Savarite garnet.
Oh, that'd be beautiful.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Is that for me? This looks like Japanese blossom. I just, every time I see this, I think it just looks like Japanese blossom, cherry blossom.
I've got a cherry blossom tree outside my house.
Just reminds me, I've got an apple tree, and the blossom's very, very similar. Just reminds me of that, and I just think, as soon as I see it, I just want to do a tree of life. But yeah, with that Savarite garnet, that would be amazing.
I'm going to show you with the Savarite garnet. Have we got time? I just want to show you, because the green, especially if you think about a cherry blossom tree, with the green of the foliage of the tree, and then you add in, look at that. Oh, yeah, that's lovely. Oh, isn't that spring?
That's beautiful. With some antique bronze wire.
Oh, yeah.
Or some some copper wire, some rose gold wire.
Yeah.
Just make your tree, and Laura's done a DVD on trees.
She's on later, the Laura Binding. She's coming on this evening. Is our Binding.
If she saw this, she'd do a tree of life.
She would, wouldn't she? Perfect tree of life that woman would do. I've missed our lovely Laura Binding. She's lovely.
I haven't seen her since Christmas Eve.
No, I've not seen her. In fact, I don't think I've seen her since Christmas Eve, Laura Binding. We'll give her a big kiss, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll
Poor
attack
woman.
her.
Yeah. She'll get us in stereo, Fleur. I'll move those away because I don't want to confuse the issue there. But yeah, $5.90. It's a double strand as well, look. 150 carats. Shall I show you against the black of my top just to show you how lovely and that I like that cherry blossom. Look at that, isn't that cute?
We hardly ever see it as well, do we?
No, don't see it very often at all. We don't manage to. It's not one of those copious, you know, one that you get like diamonds where you can get all over the world. But Rhoda Crowsight's quite rarely seen. It's really pretty, isn't it? Really cute. It's gone. Completely gone. You took all last 22 of those of mine, didn't you? But why not? I would. Okay, now the good news is we have got a brilliant kit. The last kit of Fleur's earlier, about an hour ago, sold out instantly. But we're about to do the most fantastic... There's some ways to make chainmail for gents, actually. So that you thought you'd do some gents jewellery, didn't you? Yeah. Why not, indeed? Yeah, she said, why not? And I tell you now, Fleur said... the best strand of golden obsidian she has ever seen. So if you'd like to see another fantastic, and who wouldn't, demonstration from the lovely Fleur Hastings, who won DVD of the year in our award ceremony on New Year's Eve, please stick around if you can, and we'll see you just the other side of this very short break.
We are live every day from 8 AM to 9 PM. So come and join in and get creating with Jewellery Maker. Chrome diopside, which as the name suggests, gets its vivid green colours from chromium. It's not a particularly well-known gemstone. Diopside, or sometimes known as Russian diopside, was first discovered in the early 1800s and derives its name from the Greek words dis and ops, meaning two-faced, in reference to the two ways of orientating the gem before cutting. Diopside is unusual in that it has perfect cleavage in two directions. To see more of this incredible gemstone, stay tuned to us.
Learn great techniques with this fantastic DVD, Extruder Edition 1. Join guest designer Debbie Bulford and presenter Ed McKay and start creating new, exciting and colourful pieces of polymer clay using the multifunctional extruder tool. To get your hands on a copy of this fantastic DVD, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Get creative with Jewellery Maker.
There are 4 easy ways to stay in touch with Jewellery Maker. You can like our Facebook page and join a community of over 54,000 people. You can follow us on Twitter and tweet us your messages and opinions, send photos of your designs and enter our Wall of Fame competition. Or if you need any help or advice, you can email our friendly help team. Make sure to get involved and stay up to date with Jewellery Maker.
Tiger's eye is a gemstone that can be masculine or feminine. It comes in like these luscious caramel colours, and when you get it in fuchsia, that's my favourite, when it's bright pink. Love that, and the chatoyancy makes it so different. It sort of follows you around the room, so it makes for some really interesting pieces.
Tiger's eye is one of the first gemstones that I was ever exposed to. My mum bought me a beautiful tiger's eye bracelet when I was away at university, and I've worn it ever since. It has a lot of personal value to me. Not only that though, the Jewellery Maker tiger's eye which you can get exudes so much chatoyancy and more chatoyancy than I've ever seen from any other tiger's eye. The carat weights are brilliant, you can get it in dyed qualities, but it's the natural essence of the gemstone which I think people find so attractive about it, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's one of our biggest sellers.
Afternoon, Happy New Year to any of you that we've not said Happy New Year to. Yes, we've got the Hastings. We do. We have the beautiful Fleur. Hello, gorgeous face.
My darling.
Yeah.
Good.
Last thing my fella said to me when I drove in today, he said, give her a big squidge from me, won't you? I went, he's only met her once. He loves your hair, by the way.
He said it matched my necklace because I had this necklace on last time.
That lovely amber. The amber gambler.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, the kit earlier on today with our lovely Fleur sold out in seconds. Okay, we have a few more of this one. Still not huge amount, but we were talking earlier and we thought because we got the lovely Fleur, Pip put this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kit together because you love your greens.
I do.
Don't you?
I do love my greens, and I thought, do you know, when I went into this, I'd never thought I'd say I love green.
Yeah.
Because
I've had to grow into green.
Yeah. So I started working with gemstones. Any time now, green.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll tell you about the jump rings first of all, because it is our lovely Fleur. So we've got to give you an array of jump rings, which I've just hurled one onto the table there. Let's just come back. Now, we're giving you 2 sizes in this one. Oh, I've just mixed one up. Look, did you see that?
Oh, no. Jump ring, please.
Jump ring, please. Yeah, so it's all right. I've saved the day. It's okay. We're all right. So, 2 different sizes, 5mm and 7mm. Okay, you've got 200 of each. Obviously, the larger ones at the front are your 7mm. They are your bare copper. Now, that's what we... And now, doesn't our lovely Laura Binding love a bare copper?
Oh, she does.
You do as well, don't you?
I do love my bare copper as well, yeah.
And you got the cute 5mm as well. So is 5mm about the smallest size you can do chainmail with?
Yes, with the ones that we sell here on Jewellery Maker, it's not the smallest you can do chainmail with.
Yeah.
But for the smallest that we sell on Jewellery Maker, the 5mm.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. And we are giving you 200, sorry, hang on a second, I'm just doing myself a favour. 200 of the 5mm and 200 of the 7mm. See, now we gave that to our lovely Fleur yesterday to line up. Yep. She did that, didn't you, for us?
I did.
What did I just kick over then?
No, it's not, it's that.
Oh.
I just did it as well. I thought it was you, I'd just kicked.
We're wrecking the joint, aren't we?
I know.
Right?
Breaking it.
Come out our wages, you know.
Something else is falling.
It won't really, I'm only joking. Look what you did, you kicking the macrame board at me now?
Do you get paid?
No,
I don't get paid.
We wouldn't get paid for having this much fun, would we? So 400 jump rings. If I put those just there for a minute, you can have those now. We have, what a great combination. Look at this. Look at this. Now, in the middle there, if you've never seen this gemstone in the flesh, look at that there. So what I want to show you, look. This, if it is in no light hits it, it can look jet black, like an onyx, like a spinel. But when you get this into natural daylight, okay, so natural daylight look, it can have that beautiful golden, gorgeous hue. It is fascinating. It really, truly is. In fact, you were so knocked out with that golden obsidian, you went straight and bought the larger size as well, didn't you?
I went straight onto the website and to see what other strands were available, and there was a 12mm one available, and I bought that as well. Straight away, as soon as I opened it, because I've seen it before, I've seen it on the screen, and I've gone, yeah, that's nice. And I've seen rainbow obsidian, and I love rainbow obsidian. Saw this golden obsidian. Oh,
it's stunning, absolutely. Now the good thing, now this seems to be the gemstone of the moment. You're all going absolutely ballistic for this one. And you know, this is gorgeous because this is supposed to be one of the most incredible gemstones for meditation, apparently. It's been used for centuries by many cultures as an ornamental and healing stone. And for those of you wondering why it's called serpentine, anybody know? Literally because it was said to look like the skin of a snake. That is one of the reasons. And there are actually 20 different types of serpentine. Serpentine isn't one type of gemstone. 20 different types. And it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. And due to that gorgeous sort of greasy to waxy, silky luster, it's said to give you help you find your inner peace.
Is it? Oh,
did you know that?
I do love it as a gemstone.
Oh, it's amazing. Now you've got that gorgeous serpentine. What size are those, by the way? 8mm, 140 carats. Then you've got that gorgeous, one of the most incredible golden obsidian samples I've ever seen, 10mm rounds. And then we've only gone and thrown in, because we know Fleur loves her greens, a cheeky strand of one of the big 5 precious gemstones, a gorgeous Indian emerald, beautifully shaded. I mean, look at those as well. I mean, how often do we see a 4mm emerald? 4mm round emerald?
Hardly ever.
Hardly ever.
I've never seen. It's very rare to see them actually out of chips and nuggets, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, because they are so highly esteemed. They are just amazing.
And just what a lovely combination, all 3 of those. And when those golds come out of the golden obsidian in natural... I mean, you can see them there. Now, 30 kits have gone already. And you're checking out at the price that we should be paying for all those gems. I mean, we are talking emerald, genuine emerald. We're talking rarely seen serpentine, and we're talking about golden obsidian. And 400 jump rings as well, 7mm and 5mm.
Yeah.
All in bare copper. You ready for this? Should we have a £33?
No.
Oh, 21, just for the 3 strands of gemstones. That is brilliant.
I paid, I think it was £8.95 or £9.95 for that strand alone.
There you go. So when Fleur went online and bought just the golden obsidian, granted in the slightly larger size, you paid £9.95.
I'm sure it was I'm sure it was £9.95. Sure of it.
And aren't they gorgeous?
Maybe a little bit more. Do you know, this rivals labradorite. This does rival that I can't say the word beginning with phenomenon. I can
Phenomenal.
Say it. That's it.
Phenomenal.
I can sing it.
Phenomenal.
Or I can
Just
say
sing it then. Sing
or
it.
in an American accent.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. I sound really stupid.
I can't say the word when you can't read and write properly.
What,
That's the one.
Dyslexia. I
can
can't
never
say
say
the
that.
thing that holds the wheels on the car.
Steering wheel.
No, I say it's...
Oh, the axis.
No,
the what?
The chassis, but it's not
The chassis.
I can't say that. I say chassis.
We couldn't we all? Text your words in that you can't say. Come on, let's see how many words you can text in on 60777. 60777. Text in on and slightly text with JM Studio. Now, Kerry, my director, is just, what can't your friends say? What? Cinnamon. Yeah, so we don't like these funny words, do we?
No. And I never
Lapidorist is quite hard. Labradorite people struggle with. Labradorite?
Yeah. Linda makes me laugh with labradorite.
Yeah, she can't say it, can she? Linda
yeah.
Brumwell.
Yeah.
Brumwell. So you just said funny, goofy presenter talented, even goofier designer, perfect viewing.
That's right.
I quite like that goofy.
Yeah, we are. Well,
I quite like goofy.
Yeah, I certainly am.
Sue, I love you. Do you like being goofy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're a talented goofy.
Oh, I'm a talented goofy.
Yeah, we could have been like one of those films with like naughty schoolgirls, couldn't
like
we?
the Dumb and Dumbery.
What do you mean Dumb and Dumb? Speak for yourself.
Dumb and Dumber. Well, you can't say dyslexia and I can. So there you go.
You can't say phenomenal.
No.
Sue, thank you for your lovely message. Sarah in Worcestershire. Oh, no, this is interesting. Sarah's just said golden obsidian was the very first gem I ever bought from JM and is still my favourite. They are amazing. They look like galaxies trapped in the gem.
They do.
What you know? You lot are brilliant.
They do.
I watched Eleanor yesterday and she had a beautiful strand of Ethiopian opal and a customer messaged in and said it's like a fairy wings locked in the gem. What a lovely explanation that was. Yeah.
This to me, have you ever seen that film called Men in Black? There's other films as well, and the cat wears the planet around his neck.
Oh yeah.
This is what this looks like to me.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just, honestly, it's just, if you've never seen it, it's truly amazing.
Do you know what? Yeah. You've got that money back guarantee, okay? So we're on the money back guarantee. So we're back to 30 days now, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, working it out. Yeah, 30-day money back guarantee, brilliant. Have a look at it. Yeah. Have a look at it. Okay, so that 30-day money back guarantee, just have a look at that and see what you think.
What I was going to say as well is if you liked the weave that we did in the first kit, you can do exactly the same with the emerald and the bare copper 5mm.
Oh, how nice would that
look.
look?
You can swap that weave over and say you don't want to do what I've done with it.
Yeah.
You want to do 2 of those.
Yeah.
You could do an emerald with bare copper.
Wow.
Gemstone spine. And it would look beautiful.
No, when we just told you we were going to $21.95, you were shocked, weren't you? So bear in mind, don't forget as well, not only emerald, genuine emerald, 4mm rounds, brilliant. Not only that, incredible, and we've both said the most fantastic sample of golden obsidian I think I've ever seen. Plus your perfect little serpentine there as well, which is just gorgeous and completely natural. And your 400. Don't let me forget to bring these back into the picture. 400 can't speak. 400 jump rings. Now, Janet just said, brilliant afternoon viewing. Thank you, sweet pea. Hope this will be followed by Laura too. Fantastic. Oh, wait to see the kit that Laura Binding's got. Always guaranteed good show, isn't it, with you and Laura? Absolutely. Now, shall we show you the jewellery? Because we talked about making gents jewellery, didn't we?
Yeah, gents jewellery. So a
lot of gents like to wear a cross, don't they?
Yes, that's right. The first thing I did, I thought I'll make a cross because I had to have a look online because, like I said, my husband doesn't wear jewellery.
My fella doesn't
and
either.
I think he's not 20. And a lot of the younger gentlemen.
Younger generation are really into. No, they are though, really, especially on the gemstones and leathers and some of the
stacker
cords
bracelets, lots and lots of like macrame style bracelets. And but I did see that a lot of them were wearing crosses, lots and lots of crosses. So I decided I was going to do the cross weave, which is the weave that's on that cross necklace, and just made. I just used a tiny bit of bare copper wire, and it's a very simple cross to make. You know, you can take it, or put it on the necklace or take it off. You know, it's up to you.
Exactly.
But the weave that's on there is called the cross weave, and I just thought it sort of lends itself together.
And doesn't the serpentine go great with the bare copper?
It does. It really does, and the emeralds as well. And I think when you've got different greens together, they really show each other's properties so beautifully.
Absolutely.
So
well,
the
that's
serpentine,
nature, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely.
So by putting the emerald next to the serpentine, it really shows that serpentine off to that beautiful sort of, it's like a landscape, like lunar landscapes.
Yeah.
It just shows them off so wonderfully with that beautiful vivid green of the
emeralds.
Emeralds.
I like what's that technique? What's that chainmail called?
The ladder, and we did that one on Wednesday night.
I love it.
So again, if that's just a simple, I just wanted to use all those golden obsidian in one piece, and all I did was use some 0.9 Eslon, and I just hand knotted it in between, and then I put that on there. But again, you can take that off. It's sort of like can be either. I mean, I'd wear that.
I'd wear that
as well.
100%, I'd wear that.
So sometimes it's just
unisex.
Male's male.
Yes, male's male or female's male or male's female, whatever. And then you've got these gorgeous bracelets. I'll show you this one. I'll show you them both at the front, but then I want to twist this around so you can actually see, because it's half and half chainmail and half. If I just turn that around, look, there you go. Beautiful design, and then emeralds. That's lovely. And the S clasp again.
I do like these watch style, or these the top of the wrist bracelets, because as they turn, you get different looks.
Absolutely.
So it's you can get that different look as it turns around the wrist.
gorgeous. And then you got this one as well, your lovely, what I would class as a neutral, just a subtle, beautiful chainmail bracelet. I love that.
This is a half Persian 4-in-1, which we call as a curb chain as well. So it's very similar to the curb chain.
I thought it was a half Persian 4-in-1, but I wasn't quite sure.
Ben knew as well. He knew it was half Persian 4-in-1. I do feel sorry for all these camera men and ladies. I bet they know every chainmail weave. I bet they do,
yeah. I was thinking, which one is it? I was thinking, I don't know which one that is actually, sorry. So
that's the one that's on the Blues and Royals and Lifeguards chin strap, because it is a curb chain.
Is that really?
Yep. There you go.
Well, I'll tell you what we will do before we get onto a demonstration, because... Is it you again?
Might be.
Is it you again?
I know. Sorry.
I'll tell you what, this one here. So, what we thought we'd do is, because we've just bought you the As Voted For By You DVD of the year, the chainmail weaving. This is also by the lovely Fleur Hastings, the queen of chainmail. And all sorts of things you can do. Oh, look at that. So look at that cross.
So you could make that... You could make the cross substitute, because the cross is using 7mm jump rings in the kit.
Oh, brilliant.
So you could, I just didn't want to make another cross out of,
okay.
So take all my jump rings.
But even that, look at that. If you've been looking for a new way to wrap a cabochon, or you're not a wire worker, or you haven't worked out how, you haven't yet tried not yet tried to wrap a cabochon, how lovely to do it in chainmail, isn't that gorgeous?
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And with the cabochons, you do have to make sure that they're slightly slimmer.
Oh, do you? Oh, right,
so they don't have a big dome.
I've got you. Okay, a bit flatter, yeah. Now, am I right in thinking that's the Persian cross?
That is a Persian cross, yeah.
I'd like to pretend that I knew that, but I just read it on the back. I'll be honest, I read it on the back.
I'd never guessed that you had read it.
I could look really clever then for a minute, couldn't I? I don't want to disappoint everybody though, they're used to me by now. But also I had to do butterfly wings, a starburst, a helm flower. Oh.
The best thing about this DVD for me is that you learn six pendants, but you also learn the weaves as well. Yeah. So you not only learn how to do the pendants, you learn the weaves. So you could take that Celtic square and make lots of Celtic squares and make a bracelet. Brilliant. Take the helm flower and do a helm weave with it. Starburst, the full Persian, the 3/4 Persian that goes around. There's lots. So it's almost like you've got 6 techniques in there, because you're learning the weaves and you're learning how to make the pendants. Okay.
So we thought, just before we get into the demonstration with our lovely Fleur, you've already seen that the other DVD from Fleur, the weaving one, the chainmail weaving, that won DVD of the year. So if you'd like to learn how to make all these fantastic pendants, and I think really, to get, I mean, let's face it, if you were to be a tutor again, obviously, and when you do our workshops and things, we wouldn't get you for £4.95 an hour, would we?
Afraid not.
No.
Afraid not.
£2.95 an hour, bro. Yeah.
£1.50 and a bag of crisps.
No, but honestly, they roughly last about 50 minutes to an hour, don't they?
Yeah, about an hour,
£4.95 is incredible value for money.
It is, and some people can't get to our workshops because they are so far away. Some people don't even live in this country. Exactly, so to come here is, it is out of the equation. So our DVDs are brilliant for that, and I've got all of them.
Do you remember who you filmed this one with?
That one was done with Ali.
Oh, our lovely Ali Defoy, gorgeous Ali. So £4.95, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Right then, have we got any of the kit left, Phil? Oh, it's all gone.
All right.
All gone. So, what out of your beautiful creations, lovely girl, are you going to teach us how to make?
Can I just say, I do... You
can say whatever you like.
I've got this left as well. So I've still got enough for some earrings for me.
Ah, fantastic. Yeah, treat yourself to something.
But if you were to buy this, if you want to make all those pieces, you can make more as well. Okay, so we're going to do the cross weave to start with, which is the one with the cross on it.
So that one there?
That's it. So again, this is a really simple weave. It's using the 5mm jump rings, and we can only use the 5mm jump rings for this. So if you've got lots of 5mm, you can use those, or from the previous kit again, you can swap and change it over.
And we had 200. I mean, how many did you use roughly there then?
In that one, I think I used nearly all of them. Okay. Nearly all of them, yeah. So because it's quite there's quite a lot of jump rings that go into this one. Okay. So yeah, uses quite a lot.
Interesting design, isn't it?
It is. It's really nice.
Really interesting.
It looks complex. It's really simple.
Okay, great.
Even I can do it. It's that simple.
Queen of chainmail here.
But if it was difficult, I couldn't do it. I can't do anything that's difficult. It has to be easy for me to
I don't believe that for a second. You're a mother.
It's true.
I think that's the hardest job in the world.
Do you?
Yeah.
Demonstrating chainmail live on TV is quite difficult.
Well, I didn't like to say, but... Right then, we're all yours.
Okay, so basically all this weave is lots of sections of 3 lots of 2.
Okay.
So lots and lots of these sections. So what you need to do is go ahead and make lots of these sections. So I'm going to show you a cheats way of making them. So I'll just put that one down.
Okay.
So all I've done is I've put 4 closed jump rings onto 1 open jump ring. And like we said before, these are all the 5mm jump rings. Close that one up. And then go through with your next one and just double it up. Okay. So I've just put all through again. And that now creates my 2 in 2 in 2. So my 6 jump rings together. So it's a lot quicker than opening 6 jump rings and closing 6 jump rings. All you've done is open 2.
It could be called the
4.
Noah chainmail because it's 2 by 2 by 2.
2 by 2 by 2. Yes, we could sing The Animals Went In. 2 by 2 by 2.
Okay.
Okay, so I've just gone ahead and made a few sections here.
Yeah.
So what we need to do is we now need to open a section of 5mm jump rings as well. Okay?
And this is the thing just to mention about chainmail. A lot of it is about the preparation. Get it all laid out, get it all ready. If you need them open, get them in a pile.
That's it.
Because it keeps the fluidity and the flow of the...
Yeah, it keeps it flowing. Now basically all this weave is 1 stays vertical, 1 lot stays vertical and 1 lot stays horizontal. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make it. Because that looks like how would you connect it all together, but it's so simple.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to pick this one up, if that's okay. Okay, and I'm going to attach just 2 sections of my Noah's weave, 2 by 2 by 2, by 1 jump ring. Okay. So now this is going to be my vertical. This one needs to become horizontal.
Okay.
So the way that I make that one to horizontal is go through the very last pair of jump rings. Okay, and I'm going to come up to the very last pair of the vertical.
I've got you. Okay.
And give that one a close. So now what I've got is I've got one that's straight and one that's vertical.
Got you.
Okay, so now from my horizontal, I need to go back into a straight one now. So I'm going to take 1 open jump ring. I'm going to go through the very last pair of the horizontal and add in another set of my 2 by 2 by 2. So now I've got
I see. Oh, right,
this section, okay?
Yeah.
Now, to make this section stay horizontal, I need to go into these last pair here of my horizontal set and attach it into the very first pair of the vertical set.
To sort of drag it out.
To drag it out.
I've got you.
Okay,
Right,
so if I just hold that now, could you just grab the other purple jump rings on that side?
This one here.
That's it. So you can now see that we're starting to get that shape. So from
I'll put
here
my hand
now,
behind it so you can see it
that's
better. There we go.
Thank you. So we're now getting that shape. So from here now, we're going to go to the very last pair of jump rings on the bottom.
Poor Fleur. All the gallery is saying, at the minute, poor Fleur, I'm so fascinated by what she's doing. I'm trying to learn. I'm like that. I bet you like, will you get off my shoulder?
No.
Can you feel me hovering, though?
No, I can feel you breathing on me.
Sorry. I suddenly thought, poor Fleur, she's got... Well, I'm like that.
I'd be like that as well. I'd be like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Sorry, lovely girl. Just right on your shoulder then.
That's all right. Don't you worry. No, I love it when people get interested in chainmail, and that's what I'd like to say to... I can't believe how everybody's embraced chainmail. I really can't. I just thought, do you know when I first started, I thought I'd be here for about a month and then I'd be gone.
Can I just say, you've got a chainmail workworkshop this Thursday, haven't you?
Yes.
It's the first workshop of 2016. It's how to what is it called?
It's beginners chainmail.
Beginners chainmail. So that's this Thursday. If you want to come and learn, you can book online. You can put it in your basket now. Yeah. So you don't have to sort of ring up. You can still ring up and speak to Wendy if you want to, but pop it in your basket, and you could. There's still a few little spaces ready.
Yeah, and that's the best thing about booking online now, because you see how many spaces are left.
Yeah.
So
if I wasn't on air, I honestly, even on my day off, I would come in.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. We'd love to see you.
How many people tend to be on the class?
maximum of 12.
Okay.
So there's a maximum of 12. I think my pearl knotting one the next day, that's completely sold out.
Oh,
but there is
right,
a few
okay.
spaces left on the beginners one if anybody is
Honestly, if I
interested.
wasn't, I promise you, I've said this to Fleur, if I was not on air on Thursday, if it was my day off, I'd be coming in and I'd be going on it.
Oh,
it's brilliant. Brilliant, I'd love to.
So I've got to this stage now. So I've got my vertical, my horizontal, and my vertical again. So you can see there, I've got those three. So now I need to put a horizontal bar in, okay, now. So I'm going to go through those very last jump rings and attach my next set of 2 by 2 by 2.
2 by 2 by 2.
Now I'm going to make Zena work for a living.
Oh, what have I got to hold?
Now,
what have I got to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? If I
want
touch
you-
it, I've made it.
No, yeah, that's okay.
Okay,
That's okay.
that's all right,
That's
so we
okay.
understand each other.
So you've got one jump ring and you need to make this into a horizontal bar. No,
So-
not those ones. Down at the bottom.
Down at the bottom, sorry.
That's it. And then up.
To these
top.
ones.
That's it. And close.
Well, they're a bit stiff, aren't they? Oh, you got a better grip than me, woman. Oh, look, I've just dropped it then.
All right.
I dropped it.
That's fine. So let her off.
I dropped it.
I know. That's
They're
all
a
right.
bit stiff, aren't they?
People, I know when people say, "Oh,
Oh, what's
think
You've
some of
got
those-
like strong fingers, you have.
I've got," they're like Arnold
Gosh.
Schwarzenegger of strong fingers.
Oh.
So just like Zena was going to do there before she dropped it. It's really dropped you in it.
Just been grassed up, haven't we, mate? Back up again to there.
That's it. So back up to the
That one there.
previous three.
Yeah.
And through.
And try and close it.
And close it
unlike, there we go.
That's it.
Sorry.
And now you've got.
That was stiffer than I thought.
That's okay. So now if I could just get that one in there and that one in there. Can you just pull that purple
Yep.
one there as well? So there you've got your next horizontal. So all you do now to put your next one in is you go to a vertical.
Yep.
So you
vertical.
go from either side of the horizontal onto your vertical, and it's that simple. It's really simple when it's in front of you and you're looking at it, because you can see where each pair needs to go next. So
Yeah.
should we lay that down there?
Yeah.
So if that's the
Your vertical.
That's
You've got
my
to make
vertical.
you.
So if I just lift it up a little bit.
You've got to add your vertical in now, haven't you?
That's it. So I've now got to go to
Through
a
the
vertical.
centre. Yeah.
So all I'm going to do is go through there to there.
Yeah.
That's one in. And then I go from the other side of the same pair of jump rings
Yep.
to the opposite pair on the horizontal. And close it up. And that's now, and it doesn't look the same in these large jump rings, and it's because it's fallen about.
Yeah, no, I
But
understand
there
that.
you go. So you've now got your vertical, your horizontal, vertical,
horizontal.
and then horizontal. And you
Yeah.
just carry on going like that. But you can see how many jump rings it actually takes.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
does
yeah.
take a lot of jump rings, and you can't do it in singles. So you can't say, "Oh, I'll just put one lot of 3." You've got to double it up, because
You
it's
have.
the strength. Well, it's the 2 jump rings together that hold the weave apart.
Okay.
So it's like packing it out with
Yeah,
jump
yeah,
rings
yeah,
rather
yeah.
than, because I thought, oh, maybe I could save some jump rings and just do one in one in one.
Doesn't work.
But it doesn't work.
Okay.
It does collapse in on itself. So you do need those 3 pairs. So what I always say when I'm doing this kind of weave is I sit and I make lots of 3s, 3 lots of 2, loads and loads of them, and have them in a little box.
All ready to go.
All ready to go. And then when someone says, oh, I like that one, you can just assemble it, and all you need is your 4 for each section to hold, to hold your vertical to your horizontal.
Yeah.
You just need 2
2.
and then 2 above as
Yeah.
well. So it's a really, it's a really simple weave.
But so effective, that's the
So
great
effective,
thing.
and it gets you used to working with these small 5mm jump rings, because when people see them and when they come on the workshop they go, oh, didn't think them 5mm would be that small. They're not small, it's just because you're not used to seeing jump rings if you're used to like the larger jump rings, but they are absolutely, and again, fit for purpose, because they are chainmail quality, which is, you have to forget bare copper chainmail quality jump rings. You search a long way.
Got to search a long way, haven't you?
Yeah, you've got to, I used to have to make my own.
Really?
Now I don't
Yeah.
even, I mean, hand on heart now,
The time that you save
I
in
don't
there
make
by
any jump rings now.
all from Jewellery
No,
Maker.
I buy them all from Jewellery Maker, because
Okay,
the
well, there
amount of
you go.
time that it takes to coil and then cut. When I'm talking about thousands that I need
Because you
every
can get
week.
how many thousand a week can you get
About
through?
3,500.
3,500 jump rings. This one can get through a week.
So if I'm going to cut and coil all those, and then I've got to tumble them, and then because there's so many stages that go into a jump ring that you don't see.
Yeah.
It's not just cutting and coiling it. They've been
I mean, they're great if you've got your
tumbled.
wire endings
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to use the
That's
saw and all the
fabulous.
thing
Yeah.
and make your own. Use
That's
up
it.
your, but constantly
Absolutely.
making your own. The amount of jewellery that you
Yeah,
make.
and to keep the profit margin
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Because if not, you'd have to put all that money back in somewhere.
And time.
And time. So for me personally, I don't cut any jump rings anymore. I do just buy them all from Jewellery Maker because even when I was cutting my own, I couldn't cut them as good as them.
Yeah.
So why would I?
Exactly. Yeah, if you can,
it's great if you want to use the coloured wires.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to only use sterling silver and bare copper at home for my historical pieces anyway.
Yeah.
But if you want to use for your colourful wires, absolutely brilliant because it's a great skill to learn as well to cut your own.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's so lovely to have to make from start to finish.
Yeah. Well, that was fascinating. Thank you, darling.
That's all right.
Thank you. Now, I'll tell you what we'll do. Well, we thought as we got you, I'm just going to get me, just hang on a second, do a tap dance, will you?
Can I? Shall I do my happy dance? That's my happy dance. You like it? That's it. That's my happy
Does it make
dance.
you happy or other people happy or you're not sure? Just you? I do dancing like that. Yeah. I think it makes other people happy. It doesn't. It's just me. Now, first of all, we bought you some... I haven't got my tweezers. Now, we haven't got... do you know, I've only got to mention tweezers to Ben and he's there. Oh, he's going to slide. He slid him in. Thanks, Ben. So, we bought you some triangular jump rings earlier in the were they yellow gold coloured? Now, they thought we'd do them in the silver. We did. We thought we'd do these for you. These are your silver plated. These are silver plated copper. They're triangular jump rings and they're 7 mil. You're going to get about 100 of those. Okay. We've also then got twisted. Now these are nice. Oh, hang on. 17 mil. I like them. Get 10 of these. I've never seen them before.
Can you remember the Mobius rings that we made?
Oh, yes.
These are the Mobius rings, but they're all fused together. So they're like an infinity circle.
Yes.
They're beautiful.
Oh, they are lush. These have been so popular. We haven't got very many of these. You get 10 of those. They're the twisted wire link, silver plated copper again. 17 mil. And then what we've done... Oh, look at these. Oh, gosh, I'm going to pour some of these out. Now, look at these. 3 mil. Aren't they cute?
They're like the babies.
Aren't they, look?
They're baby jump rings.
Oh, you get 100 of those as well. They're gold-plated copper. They're so cute. And then, oh, nice. These are lush. I like them. These are the O's, aren't they? The ooh of the jump ring. I love these. Oval bare copper jump rings, aren't they? Look, 100 of them. So let me just have that up then. So 400. No, 310. Oh, I saved myself then. 310. Yep, so what a lovely variety.
These size are the only size of jump ring that we do that you can't actually do chainmail with because you can't get 2 jump rings within them. But they're absolutely brilliant to put onto your S-long cord.
Yep.
And then just tie a knot either side of them as like floating rings. In between your gemstones, in your resin, in your polymer clay, there's so many uses for these.
We've got some S-long cord coming up actually because you said that. We thought we'd pop some in. So yeah, now these have already got. In fact, I've got 2 left, and I've got about 20 of you with it in your baskets. Sorry. First come, first serve. Sorry.
Can I just say with the oval jump rings on the cross weave that we've just done, if you wanted to save some of your 5mm jump rings, you could use the ovals for holding the horizontal to the vertical.
The 2 where you do the 2 for the vertical, the 2 for the horizontal.
You can use those. So if you've got the kit and you've got these, then you can use those as well.
That's
and it makes
a good
real
idea.
long, elongated cross then.
Like it.
It gives it a completely different look again.
We've had to take the graphics off because they've gone on that mass. Look at all those people that missed out. Sorry.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring you the S-long then, because our lovely Fleur's just chatted about those. So, I've just thrown a triangular jump ring somewhere. Hang on a sec. I am still here, by the way. Just putting those back. So where am I going? Where are they? Oh, yes, here we go. Oh, lovely colours. Ooh. I've got another little tiny jump ring there. Let's pop you back with your little friends. Right then, so. Well, you know, you can't have them separated, can you? I'm just checking the size-wise, because I think we've got, the blue and the gold, isn't it? The blue and the gold. Yeah, okay. 2 different sizes. Okay, for you, my lovelies. I love that green. Oh, chartreuse. Chartreuse. So that's your chartreuse, 70 metres in 0.4 mil. And that in your lovely lilac colour, that's your 0.4 mil as well. And then over here, we've got that beautiful blue S-long, 0.9 mil, and your gold. Do you know what S stands for in S-long?
No.
Super.
Does it?
Yeah.
It is super as well. It is super
Learned something
stuff.
today. See,
I have.
every day's a school day.
Every day is a school day.
Every day is a school day.
I never knew that was it. Super.
I must say, that Chartreuse is a bit nice, isn't it?
It is nice, that, isn't it?
Oh, it's gorgeous. I do like that.
I like this one.
Do you like that? I thought you might like that one.
If I'd have had that one at home, I'd have done that with the golden obsidian rather than the green that I used.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because you knotted it just in between with the green Eslon, didn't you? Yeah.
And, you know, knotted, it's not only for pearls knotting, you know, it's for all your gemstones.
Yeah.
And it just looks so, it gives such a fluid feel to it, so it drapes rather than static. So when you put something onto a beading thread, it goes quite static. When you knot with a cord, or even you don't have to knot in between, just put them on a cord, it drapes. So it like those beautiful silver chains sit onto you rather than sit away from you. That for me is why I love knotting gemstones. Just absolutely beautiful.
Well, hang on, we've got £8.95 for all four. Oh, nice one, thank you. I like that as well. Lindsay just said, hi to the wacky duo, Fleur and Zena, laugh out loud. Great show, girls. I do buy my jump rings from JM, but can I ask Fleur, can you, that's a good question, can you cut jump rings with a Dremel?
You can. You need a very high-powered Dremel, so our handheld Dremel won't cut them because the blade needs to go around so fast to get a nice clean cut. So a little bit like a chainsaw. The cleaner the cut, the faster the chainsaw has to go. Okay. So our handheld Dremel isn't powerful enough to go through it, and it has to go through it really fast. Because if not, what happens is the wire will fracture down and cause burrs. So if you ever look at a jump ring or a piece of wire and it's been fractured down, do you know when you get a piece of wood and you cut it really slowly and you've got the splinters that point down? So that's when the wood's fractured down. Wire is exactly the same, because wire's almost made up molecularly the same. Just wood is more
Good word for a Sunday, Fleur. Molecularly. Oh,
I can't say
phenomenal. Every time you need to say phenomenal, just wink at me and I'll just say it, okay? I'll just say it. That was impressive. But Lindsay, and thank you for your lovely message, you lovely girl. We like wacky duo.
If you do want to cut with a Dremel, you need to get the thinnest cutting blade that you can that takes out the slimmest amount of metal to make that oval, that round stay round.
Thank you for answering that question very eloquently.
I know. I've shocked myself. I'm about to sit down for the next hour.
You've shocked me. Just quickly, I'm just going to do these because these work great with everything we've had so far, wouldn't they? They're cute, aren't they? We do love these. I've yet to meet anybody that hasn't fallen in love with these. Look at them. How many did you get in here? Do you know what? We used to bring you 400. We then went to 600. You get how many get in there, look?
700.
700. That's a bit generous, isn't it? They're beadsmith, so gorgeous quality, copper-plated spacer beads, 3 mil approximately. And again, I always think with the size of these, the drill hole is so generous, isn't it?
And you know, going back to pearl knotting, I'm really sorry, I know we're doing
it's
chain
all right.
knots.
Go on, darling.
When you're doing your pearl knotting, to make your pearl knots, the clasps sit onto the pearl knot so beautifully, sometimes you have to go back through the first 2 or 3 pearls. Well, sometimes the pearl hole isn't big enough to put it through. I always use one of these now because your thread will go back through absolutely perfectly. So I always use one of these. If I can't get my thread through a pearl, the first pearl twice, I use one of these on the end, and so all the people that come in on the pearl knotting workshop will be using these to go through, and it gives that a nice lustre as well, and it matches your clasp. And then again, you knot, and then you're into your pearls or your gemstones, whatever you're using. But these look really nice when they're knotted.
They're lovely, aren't they?
Yeah.
Or just a simple spacer. 700. That is incredible. So massive well done to everybody. Now, Monica, Lee, Brenda, Collectors, Candy, Sharon, Collecting the Outer Hebrides, Collecting Glamorgan. Good luck, my lovelies. Loads of people checking those out. And Sharon in Suffolk as well. Lovely girl. £8.95. Well done. Incredible. Incredible. Right, then can we come back to you, because I'll tell you what, if you're all half as fascinated as we all are in the studio, then my goodness, you'll be having a whale of a time. Oh, poor Fleur, I do feel like I'm hanging off you to watch. I'm sorry, but
don't worry.
It's fascinating.
So we're going to do the bit close.
Yeah, that was our bit close. Sorry, go on. Which one are we doing now?
We're going to do the one in the bracelet, and it's called
this one.
No, the other one next to it. And it's called Bee, as in bumblebee, stings, as in a bee stings you.
Oh, what a glorious thing to be, a healthy, grown-up, busy, busy bee.
And you can sing that as you're making it.
Yeah. There you go.
But I think it looks like a superhero badge.
Ah, yes.
I think it looks like one of those. And Phil will tell me what superhero it was, but yeah, it looks like that.
I've got you. Right then, show us how to make this then, gorgeous.
Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult for me to hold, so I do apologise if I drop it, because it is a bit more difficult to hold. So what we need to do is I've used the 7mm jump rings again for this, and we're going to start off with a single, and then 3. Okay, so you can see there, I've got 3 there. Okay, so really simple. It's probably best if we could see this from the top, because it's
from the overhead camera. Yes, okay.
From the overhead camera. Okay. So can you see the 3 jump rings that I've got here?
Yep.
So the 2 blue jump rings are going to sandwich around this black jump ring. So I'm going to take the top blue jump ring and put it on top of the jump ring, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the blue jump ring underneath. This is what I mean. It's a bit difficult to hold, a bit tricky. Come here. It's easier when you've got the smaller jump rings, okay? So now I've got the 2 blue jump rings. If I turn it on its side, you can see the 2 blue jump rings are sandwiching that black jump ring.
Okay.
I'm now going to pull the gold jump ring, which was the second jump ring in the line, out a little bit. Now, if we just look where the red jump ring sits, now, can you see those 2 like marquee shapes in the middle?
Yeah.
So the red jump ring's going through the first marquee shape and into the gap where the black jump ring is.
Yep.
So my next jump ring is going to do exactly the same but opposite. So it's going to start in the gap here and go to the second marquee shape. So it's going to come up through the gap, across, and down through the marquee shape. And can you see there, you've got that superhero.
Got you, absolutely, yep.
And close.
Can I just mention, everybody trying to check out those copper spacer beads? I've only got 4 left, sorry.
And I've done it, and that's it, and that's all you do.
Oh really?
Yeah. So I'm going to do it again. It's really difficult for me to hold. So what you want
me to do? Can I help at all?
Well, I'll try and add on to this one.
Okay.
But it is, like I say, it's a bit difficult. It's a bit of a munchkin to hold. So if I just take my next black jump ring, and I'm now going to add on 3 more jump rings. Okay. And I've used a different colour, but that doesn't matter. So again, hold this one flat.
Yep.
My blue jump ring's going to go on top.
Yep. Next.
Oops. My next blue jump ring underneath. So I've sandwiched that jump ring together. Pull them apart so you can see the gaps. And I know my hands are covering it quite a lot.
Okay.
But you can see now that the black jump ring's going from the first marquee shape into the gap.
Got you.
And so my next jump ring is going to come through the gap of the loose jump ring and down through the second marquee shape.
Yeah, got you.
And that's
in again.
And that's it. And now, because this is all, this will sort itself out in a second. There we go. And you can see now.
Got you.
So in these larger jump rings, it doesn't hold its form, but it's just so you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see that. So if I just start one from scratch again, because you won't see it now, because I'm going to have to hold all of this in place.
Okay.
So if I just start one from scratch, is that okay?
Yeah, yes,
show
please.
you just one more time, because I do appreciate it is a little bit more
fiddly.
Yeah. And once you've got the first one done, it's easy to hold, because in the smaller jump rings, it's so much easier to hold. It's just these large jump rings they're a bit naughty. So we're going to hold the 1 and the 3 in like a landscape position. I'm going to take the top one over the top of the black, and then the bottom of the 3 over underneath the black. So I've sandwiched it together. Okay. Now my red jump ring is loose, and that's going to sit to the bottom. And at the minute, it's coming through the marquee shape to my right and into the gap in between the blue and the black. So my next jump ring is going to come through the gap to my far right, and then down through, and it's going to capture all 3 of those in the marquees.
Got you.
So it's going to go through the black, through the blue, the black, and then the blue again.
Yep.
So if I just leave it there and pull that out, you can see where it sits. I'm really sorry, it's wriggling around an awful lot.
No, we were just saying, my producer just said to me, we find it incredible that you remember all these variations.
I have to learn them, but when I come here, it's like It's like learning lines for a play.
Yeah, I was going to
every
say,
time before
yeah,
I
it's
come.
just
Because
fascinating.
there's so many variants.
Yeah.
This is a variant of another 3 other different weaves.
Gosh.
So again, it's one of those, once you've learnt it, I mean, it's great, you can learn it, but I do have to sort of like remind myself.
Refresh yourself. So
And sometimes when I get kits and that, I think, oh, what can I do? Because I've done that previously, or I push myself and I always learn in new weaves.
Great.
So all these weaves that I've been bringing over the last sort of like 18 months, I've learnt them as well as you have as well. So because there's nearly 2,000 that we can go at. So if you'll have me a bit longer, we could do a few more DVDs.
Always gorgeous.
DVDs there. But that's just how easy that is. So it's really simple, and again, it's quite self-explanatory when it's in front of you.
Yeah.
Some things are really self-explanatory when you're seeing them, and sometimes you have to have a bit more of a helping hand.
Yeah.
This is quite self-explanatory when you're looking at it. And as long as you remember those 2 marquee shapes, put the top, sandwich the very first jump ring with your top and your bottom jump ring. Pull out that middle jump ring. So if in effect you've got like a double, and then see, I've done so well holding it all together, and now it's all going to fall. There we go. So if you get that sort of look, and the black jump ring's here, my top and my bottom jump ring are the blue, the middle jump ring out the 3 is this gold. The red jump ring's going through the first marquee shape and into the void. So my second jump ring goes from the void to the second marquee shape. And it encapsulates all 3 of those jump rings. And then with the tension either of a beading, so you might want to just do that little section. You might want to use that just as an earring. And the tension from whatever you're going to attach this and this jump ring to holds that little superhero look together. So it's a really nice, it's quite a 3D weave.
Yeah, it's really
and
lovely.
even if it turns over on its side, it still looks as good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a great weave. I really like it. I just don't like the name.
That's fantastic. Thank you, darling.
That's all right.
I love it, I do. Now, I'll tell you what, you can talk us through this, because we've actually got the Swelligant patina or patina, or whatever you pronounce it, and the clear sealant. We've actually very luckily got both. So, Swelligant. What a great name.
Do you know the lady who designed this? I went on a course with her. She's crackers.
Oh, did you?
She's amazingly, she's completely eccentric, amazing, wonderful woman.
Why do you tend to find that
here.
sometimes? Yes, apparently she was on Jewellery Maker,
yes.
Yeah. So this is a Swelligant, do you say patina or patina?
Patina.
Patina. And this is one of the one of the darkening patterns. So what would you use this on? You could use it on the bare copper sheets,
yeah,
couldn't
you can use it on copper. This one is the only one that you can use on all the metals. So you can use it on silver, copper, brass, and bronze.
Yeah. Oh,
so
okay,
it
great.
will darken any metal. This one. So this one will start to make it go black rather than the greeny blue and the Tiffany greens.
Yeah.
They sort of like put an algae type of substance on your jewellery and age it like that. This one will just literally, like liver of sulphur, turn it black. Yeah. And it can be used not only in jewellery, you can use it in things around the house. It's great. But like any patina, it won't stay there, or it'll keep getting darker. It needs to be sealed.
Yeah,
to keep it onto there. So what you would do with this is you'd literally just either pop some, and do you know the takeaway tubs?
Yep.
And they've got that little well around the outside.
Yep.
What I tend to do is put my patina, put the Swelligant in that little well.
After you've had your takeaway and cleaned it out,
After I've had my takeaway,
obviously.
don't have it before. Pop your jewellery in the middle, so in the little island in the middle.
Yep.
And then with a soft brush, toothbrush, I just rub it on, and then leave it, and then all I do is...
You've got to leave it to dry, haven't you?
Leave it to dry, leave it for
Dry
24
naturally?
hours. Yeah, all I do is take the rest of the patina out, put it back in the bottle, or if you're feeling very extravagant, you can chuck it away, but I don't.
Nope.
And then what I do is I just gently put the lid over the top, but don't seal it, and then that just air dries over 24 hours. It's then sealed onto the metal, and then you can seal it.
$4.95, that's good, isn't it?
It's great because you can just have a go with it. Because
have a play.
If you haven't sealed it and you don't like it, all you need to do is put it in some lemon juice and water, really strong lemon juice and water, or tomato ketchup.
Yep.
And it will take
tomato ketchup.
Anything that's acidic. Anything that's acidic that won't eat away the metal. So don't go for your strong acids. Don't go for
just lemon and water.
Just lemon and water.
Tomato ketchup.
Or tomato ketchup. Tomato ketchup's a bit difficult to get out of chainmail, because it can get stuck inside.
Oh yeah,
and then it can go a bit smelly and a bit mouldy. So I tend to use lemon juice and water all the time. Put it in that. If you don't like it, and you've not wasting it. You've not ruined your jewellery.
Yeah.
So it's great patina.
Won't go into all the detail there, but just to let you know, it does give you all the stages and all the explanation on what to do on the back. Okay, so don't look at that thinking, I'm not going to remember what Fleur's just said, but...
You can only use this on raw metals.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
So on your bare copper and your sterling silver. There is Swelly going to have a range of metal coatings as well.
Yeah.
But this one, perfect for your bare copper in
and
this
on
kit.
Christy Freeston's website, there is a few free tutorial
and
on
she's
there
got
as well.
a YouTube site as well, which is very, very good as well.
And then we've got the, it's got a matte finish, but this is your clear sealant.
This is like gold dust.
Yeah, this is very... I'll try to do some research and try to find where else to get this from, and this is hard to get.
It is very hard to get. It's fabulous. This is going to seal your patina, so seal the colour onto your metal that you've now created. So whether that be your sterling silver or your bare copper. When you like that, when your patina's gone as dark as you want it to go,
get this on.
Get that on then. So what you can do before you seal it, you can sand it back, and like the raised areas can go shiny again.
Yeah.
Once you paint this on, it will then stay on, and to get this off, you do have to sand it back off. So just be sure that you want that nice patina on there, or failing that, if you want to keep it shiny copper.
Yeah.
So you might not want to patina it at all. You use this to keep it shiny copper.
Oh, so you can still do it straight on?
Straight onto any metal.
Oh, okay.
So any metal, this one. So if you want to metallise your polymer clay, you can get the metal coatings and then seal it, but everything needs to be sealed.
Yeah, just to seal it.
It will just keep coming off.
It's like a top coat on your nail varnish almost, isn't it? Yeah, just to seal it into place.
Last.
£4.95. And again, you know, when was the last time we had the pattern that we just had with us? So this is 21st of September,
I think
2014 was the last time we bought that patina we just bought you then. Since 2014.
It's been a long, long time.
Yeah. So that's how, I mean, we've just said that it's like gold dust. Well, we just proved the point, haven't we? So again, we're not going to restrict you on these. You can have as many as you like. £4.95 is brilliant. So good luck to all those collectors, Barton, Janet, Jennifer, Sarah, Isabel, Janet, Paula, that's 2 Janets by the way, one in Lancashire, one in Yorkshire, Beverly, Paula, Barbary, Jackie, Heather, Susan. Good luck. I've got a lot of people buying 2s because especially, my lovely friend Michelle in Suffolk, hello darling, Happy New Year to you and everybody. Veronica's had 2, Karen's had 2, absolutely, why not, especially when you don't see it very often.
What I would tend to do with this as well, because you use very, very little of it, is apply it with a paintbrush.
Yeah.
Okay, so a really, really nice paintbrush.
Because that'll go a long way.
Yeah, and you can then wash your paintbrush out as well, but to make sure it's completely dry, because you don't want to add any water into this. It needs to stay as a solution that it is, and just paint it on, and this will last you a long time. And I've just used this one on. I've just done a big copper cross and cut out lots of bits and put resin in it, so it looks like a stained glass window.
Oh wow!
And I didn't want it to be shiny, so I've used this to make the resin look even better.
Yeah, because it's got a matte finish as opposed to a...
But you can still buff it, so you can still... Even though something's matte, it can still be buffed up to a shine. It's just not... It's like the different polymer clay glosses. You've got a matte and you've got a high gloss.
Yeah.
Some people don't like that high, shine, reflective look to a piece.
Yeah.
I prefer it like this. I prefer a matte that I can then buff up and make it look clean.
You're the best of both worlds then almost, haven't you? Yeah. So well done everybody. In fact, look at the amount of people that have got that.
It's one of those ones that you hardly ever see.
When you see it, you've got to get it. It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just got to see. Oh no, again, that's a good question. Can you use the clear sealant on bare copper jump rings on its own?
Yep, of course you can, So what I tend to do, as soon as you've done your chainmail piece, don't do them on the actual individual rings because it'll take you forever.
Yeah.
Make your piece and then wash it before you put any gemstones onto it, because you can't put some gemstones into water, so just be very careful about your gemstones going into water. But what I tend to do is I wash all my bare copper first, because the oils from your hand have actually transferred. You can see on the one with the emeralds in, it's going really dark actually. It's a lot darker than it should be because of the oils in my hand. So I always tend to clean it off first, get all the oils off of it, and then you can seal it. And again, just with a paintbrush, pop a little bit, either just take the lid off, and I just dip my paintbrush in and just paint it across, and it'll go into all those little areas, and then just let it dry, and it's absolutely perfect to use.
And would you leave 24 hours for it to dry?
Always leave 24 hours. The only thing that if you do seal your bare copper, you can't then, if you want to sell your bare copper, say, some people like it for certain ailments and illnesses, it won't work because the properties of copper,
been sealed
it's been sealed in.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I would say.
Yeah, another fair point. Okay, now I've not long before the end of this hour, so just very quickly, Oh, no, the first kit you had today with that purple-coated black agate.
You could do that with your gemstone spine.
And these, imagine these are those lovely seed beads we had just. This, and look at the sparkle. Look at that sparkle. This is divine. 30 carats of amethyst. What?
No, not for that.
What are you doing, Phil?
Oh, that is beautiful. It's regal.
Oh.
That is just regal. It's beautiful.
Does that just make me look like a princess?
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Princess Xena. There is a Princess Xena.
Is there?
Xena, well, she was a warrior princess.
Oh, warrior princess, yeah. I was nearly got excited then. I was thinking, what? Look at that, though. And do you know what? That colour there, that saturated purple, that lovely, rich, silky purple, totally, absolutely genuine, of course, because it's Jewellery Maker, and we test all of our amethyst independently by a laboratory, but it's natural as well.
It is. That is stunning. That sparkles.
Look at that. We've gone to clearance price there. Goodness knows. Please don't ask me why. I've no idea. Please don't ask me. I can't help you. So collectors in Lanarkshire, Jill, Karen, Isabel, so many of you. Good luck, good luck, good luck. I am limited on those. Grab them. They're all going to go. Well done. Going for a cheeky break. I mean, they've got another hour. That's all we've got. Where's the time gone? Don't know. So join me in this wacky lady after the break, and we'll see you in a minute.
There are 2 easy ways you can purchase from Jewellery Maker. You can watch our show on Sky, Virgin, Freeview and FreeSat, and call our free phone number where you'll be put through to our friendly help team who can place your order. Alternatively, you can go to our website and click to register.